The HBL PSL 10 has started in the worst possible fashion for today's two sides. Last year's finalists, Multan Sultans, were on the wrong side of a high-scoring thriller in their opening match before being outclassed by the champions last time out.
Oh, that one's out. Whoa! There's that strong sweep, and here's a catch. It's taken. It's brilliantly done. Oh, bowling. Oh, what a spell this is from Jason Holder.
Peshawar Zalmi have also recorded 2 losses to kick off their campaign. The bowlers have been smashed to all parts.
What a good hit over the top by Colin Munro. Beating last night, and as I said, nothing yet for Sultans or Zalmi. Lovely place to be on a very good surface. Very flat looking, firm looking, dry looking, and one that you'd think would help batsmen, but actually the chasing hasn't been as easy as people thought it would be here. The coin flew in the air. Babar is the man who won it and chose to bat first. That's a change in tactic. Actually, Dominic Cork is alongside me. Usually they chase here, but not Babar, not on this occasion.
And not this season either. And he's made some changes. Mark, good evening everybody. 3 changes for the Zalmi. In comes Abdul Samad with his batting. In comes Luke Wood with his left arm bowling. Got a bit of pace. And Arif Yaqub, the leg spinner, has come in. Out goes George Linde. Out goes Muqeem, which I think is a big one. We'll have to see if he's injured. And Muhammad Ali is out. So changes, they need a win.
Yeah, we can reflect on the Sultans too here, because they've left a couple out, Chris Jordan and Mohamed Hasnain, and those in, Akif Javid and Ashton Turner. Ashton Turner's the Australian all-rounder, bats and bowls off breaks. He's a pretty handy cricketer and good finisher. Had success with Perth Scorchers, plays over in the west in Australia, and of course it's a strong stand in the Big Bash. But I like the look of that side. Top batting with Rizwan Hope Usman. What a talent he is. Kamran Gulam, Ashton Turner, Iftikhar, whose record isn't as good as it ought to be actually in T20 cricket when you think of his hitting power and in theory his ability to finish, but theory isn't always practice. It's like say you got a good team on paper. That old cliche, you're not playing on paper. Anyway, wonderful views, crowd building, and it's been a couple of days since we've had cricket here, having had a run of 4 games, bang, 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 bang. We've now had a 2-day break. Corky's dying to grab that mic.
Well, I was going to say congratulations to all the ground staff, because they have made this look perfect. We've had, as you said a couple of nights ago, the massive storm 2 nights ago. Then we had a little bit of rain yesterday and this morning. It looks nice and lush, the outfield. We know how quick it is, and it's good to see. This is the Babar Azam effect. As soon as he is playing here, the crowds come in, and they are desperate.
The HBL PSL 10 has started in the worst possible fashion for today's two sides. Last year's finalists, Multan Sultans, were on the wrong side of a high-scoring thriller in their opening match before being outclassed by the champions last time out.
Oh, that one's out. Whoa! There's that slot sweep, and here's a catch. It's taken. It's brilliantly done. Oh, bowling.
Oh, what a spell this is from Jason Holder.
Peshawar Zalmi have also recorded 2 losses to kick off their campaign. The bowlers have been smashed to all parts.
What a good hit over the top by Colin Munro.
A century of the highest order, 100 of just 49 deliveries.
And the batting has fallen way short of their target on both occasions.
Babar Azam caught an extra cover. He got it, second grab.
Oh, beautifully held. What a catch.
Today is a huge game for both sides. Who will claim their first points of the campaign and kickstart their season?
Hi everybody, and a warm welcome to the Pindi Stadium on a gorgeous evening. There was a threat earlier of some rain, but it's long gone and we have clear skies. The contest tonight, Multan Sultans against Peshawar Zalmi, and neither side, if we're honest about it, in great shape. Multan probably marginally ahead of Peshawar in the games that we watched them play, but they've both lost 2 from 2. And they've got to find their feet quickly. You do need to get a rhythm going in these tournaments, and believe it or not, rhythm comes with winning. That's the truth about sport. Luke Wood there, second in picture. The English left-arm fast bowler is in the side today. 1 or 2 changes on both teams. Well, everybody trying to find their right formula in the early stage of the competition. A lot of thumbs up. Chris Jordan there, experienced T20 cricketer. But we're happy to be here. There's a drone shot of this fabulous cricket ground. Islamabad playing the best cricket. The consequence of that is their maximum points and an excellent run rate, net run rate, touching on 3 and over. And then Qalandars and Kings with a couple of wins each from the big cities, Lahore and Karachi. Quetta just the 1 win, took a beating last night, and as I said, nothing yet for Sultans or Zalmi. Lovely place to be on a very good surface. Very flat looking, firm looking, dry looking, and one that you'd think would help batsmen, but actually the chasing hasn't been as easy as people thought it would be here. The coin flew in the air. Babar was the man who won it and chose to bat first. That's a change in tactic. Actually, Dominic Cork is alongside me. Usually they chase here, but not Babar, not on this occasion.
And not this season either. And he's made some changes. Mark, good evening everybody. 3 changes for the Zalmi. In comes Abdul Samad with his batting. In comes Luke Wood with his left arm bowling. Got a bit of pace. And Arif Yaqub, the leg spinner, has come in. Out goes George Linde. Out goes McQueen, which I think is a big one. We'll have to see if he's injured. And Muhammad Ali is out. So changes, they need a win.
Yeah, we can reflect on the Sultans too here, because they've left a couple out, Chris Jordan and Mohammed Hasnain, and those in, 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 and Ashton Turner. Ashton Turner's the Australian all-rounder, bats and bowls off breaks. He's a pretty handy cricketer and good finisher. Had success with Perth Scorchers, plays over in the West in Australia, and of course it's a strong stand in the Big Bash. But I like the look of that side. Top batting with Rizwan Hope Usman. What a talent he is. Kamran Ghulam, Ashton Turner, Iftikhar, whose record isn't as good as it ought to be actually in T20 cricket when you think of his hitting power and in theory his ability to finish, but theory isn't always practice. It's like saying you've got a good team on paper. That old cliche, you're not playing on paper. Anyway, wonderful views, crowd building, and it's been a couple of days since we've had cricket here, having had a run of 4 games, bang, 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 bang. We've now had a 2-day break. Corky's time to grab that mic.
Well, I was going to say congratulations to all the ground staff, because they have made this look perfect. We've had as you said a couple of nights ago, a massive storm 2 nights ago. Then we had a little bit of rain yesterday and this morning. It looks nice and lush, the outfield. We know how quick it is, and it's good to see. This is the Babar Azam effect. As soon as he is playing here, the crowds come in, and they are desperate for him to do well, 1, and the Zalmi to win a game 2. So they will come in.
And I tell you what else they do, Dom, is they put the yellow on. In other words, it's a brand. And there's no doubt that in this sport, in the modern T20 franchise game, if you can get a brand going, get the supporters in your colour, and get them working as a community in support of you, you'll feel the love, and it'll sure help your performance. So a lot of excitement here today, and I think we would all like to see Babar Azam fire. He's had 2 very quiet matches. Well, quiet. He's got 0-1 in his 2 innings. Them's the facts, I'm afraid. In cricket, sometimes you can't hide from the facts. A reminder of that points table and why one of these two, well, both of these 2 sides needs to get going, but only one can obviously accelerate tonight. Remember, it's the top 4 that qualify, which is a good thing in a 6-team tournament. It means everybody's in the running, or should be in the running, right at the death when you're heading towards the playoffs. It gets quite tense, and actually net run rate's something you need to keep an eye on. So there's a lot for them to think about. Anyway, great things happening here today, so we're going to head down pitch side to Zainab.
Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very warm welcome. Today we come together to stand with humanity. We are honored to have with us His Excellency Dr. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇, Ambassador of Palestine in Pakistan. Also joining us are Mr. Salman Nasir, CEO HBL PSL, Babar Azam, Captain of Peshawar Zalmi, and Mohammad Rizwan, Captain of Multan Sultans. I request everyone to rise and observe a moment of silence in respect for the innocent lives lost in Palestine and all around the world. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Your Excellency, for gracing us with your presence tonight. The PCB HBL PSL would also like to announce a special initiative in partnership with Exchange On. For every 4 hit, 10,000 Pakistan rupees, and for every 6 hit, 20,000 Pakistan rupees will be donated for the cause of humanity. Let's enjoy the game, but also remember, every boundary counts for a greater cause. Thank you.
Now back to the cricket as the ground is filling up with David Willey chatting to Michael Bracewell. And here we come, Alim Dar and Chris Brown. Alim, of course, the most experienced of all modern umpires. And also actually a national selector, which is an interesting combination of role. He's certainly behind the stumps, will have the best view of the players. Talking to me before play about the need to get coaching improved around the country, that the general standard of cricket around the country has dropped a little, and better coaches would help that. This pair at the top have proved to be hugely impressive. Saeem Ayub is the man, of course, out there with Babar Azam, and he too is a thrilling player when he gets going. They've got a great record together, this pair, but not in this tournament so far. Welcome, Amir Sahib.
Thank you very much, Mark. Always a pleasure to be with you. In fact, it's been renewed of late. Yeah, Babar Azam is off the ball, that's for sure, in this PSL. What he needs to do is keep on handing the strike to Saim Ayub, who looks in a good touch. Scored a 50 on his comeback game after that injury. And if Babar is able to occupy the crease for a little while, he'll find his touch, which has eluded him for a while now.
Mohammad Rizwan, who is not keeping wicket tonight, so he'll be in the field. He's a live wire in the field as well. He didn't take the gloves a little bit last year. Now, whether that's because of, you can see his heavily bandaged finger, and somebody who's taken the new ball throughout his career, David Willey's a good bowler. And speaking to him a little bit earlier, he's wanting swing early on because of his lack of pace now. He has to generally look to get swing, but he's a very good bowler. He's a very intelligent bowler in the first 6 overs.
There could be one other reason why we're not saying captain of Multan Sultans with the gloves on. Maybe he wants to communicate more with the bowlers. Maybe he wants them to keep on plugging away with the plan which has been dished out to them. Must have been very hard for him to communicate behind the stumps.
Where's that countdown? We're all ready to go. It's now 2 minutes past 8. Saeem waits, so too David Willey. Here we go. And we are ready. Here comes David Willey. These teams need to get going. Get a wriggle on, as they say. Pitch looked good, didn't it?
Pitches have been good throughout, really. Maybe we've highlighted the slower deliveries from the spinners have just gripped a little bit, but it's a risk when you're a spinner and you start taking pace off. Batters are very good at staying deep in the crease and using that length. PCB and HBL PSL in partnership with Change On, I should say, donating for humanity. And is the world's first arbitrage crypto exchange.
Good bucks too. Crypto, hey? Now Babar Azam.
And think about the matchup, left armour against Babar. He struggled with Mohammad Amir, remember, who set him up quite beautifully with that slower ball, and he got there too early and it went in the air to extra cover.
And then against Dwashus, when he tried to hit the ball on the up and managed to hit the ball straight into the hands of the slip fielder.
Yes, his record against David Willey is good, though. Only got him once, got a few against him. The detail of that is, it's quite fun to give you the detail, actually. David Willey is bowled prior to today 84 balls to Babar Azam. Babar's made 121 runs, been dismissed once, so that gives him a strike rate of 144 per 100 balls faced. Well, for those who don't understand what I'm talking about, I don't blame you, because he hasn't yet faced 100 balls, but it's just an algorithm, a formula for working out strike rate of batsmen.
You know what I say? He's due.
He's due. Babar is due.
I didn't actually mean Babar was due some runs. I was going on the bowlers. I've got 2 batters here. David Willey is due to take his wicket.
Right, we're thinking batsmen.
No, I'm not thinking. I've got too many batters next to me. Bowlers. They're the ones who win your games.
Got to swing the ball then. As you know better than most. The days when you swung the ball, you were amongst the world's very best. Looked to me like there's a lot of pace in the pitch, but I know that Dominic Cork was just saying David Willey's lost a yard and therefore is eager to get some swing going.
It's dry as a bone. Oh, that light colour is so tempting, isn't it, for a batter? Looks an ideal T20 wicket.
So Dominic was pointing left to show those green bits. That's what he wants, left and right. There's a green square out there. He can't understand why they're not playing on it. Pretty good first over, I'd say. Not a bad ball in it. 3 for no wicket. And Babar, and then Mitchell Owen at 3. I think that makes good sense. He's a mighty ball striker. Mohammed Harris, of course, brilliant. I mean, that made a lot of runs in this competition. Tom Kohler-Cadmore, the Englishman, Hussein Talat, Abdul Samad, all good strikers of a cricket ball. Good decision to get Bracewell on early. Michael Bracewell has got Babar Azam 4 times. How about that? He's only bowled 31 balls at him. So he's a bunny.
I got him! Oh, Saeem this time. The big shot, but the good ball. And it's the good ball that wins it.
Well, turned out to be a masterstroke from Rizwan to introduce Bracewell with a new ball. Some didn't agree, including me, to start with the finger spinner. But how well he has started. A bit of purchase, a grip and turn. And that did the trick.
That's a gorgeous bit of bowling. Flight and spin on a dry surface. Magic in its way. Just 2 for Saeem today. 3 for 1 now.
Absolutely brilliant from Bracewell. Seriously, this is class because it's brave. It is, as David Lloyd would say from England, brave. Take a little bit of pace off. He obviously watched mine and Bazid's pitch report, and speaking to Alex Hartley, she would ask me there, you can see it there. She said to me, what pace should it be? And I said between about 80 and 85. What was that delivery then? I think it was about 82. Absolutely brilliant. Love it.
What are you doing here? You should be coaching some side here.
Just past my level 3. At home, I'm available.
Seriously?
Level 3 has just been passed. Well, having coached Derbyshire,
I think there's work for you in Pakistan, particularly with your ability as a swing bowler. Tom Kohler-Cadmore. That's what Alim Dar told me. They're looking for coaches. Come on, Corky.
I just love the fact that to bowl that pace against somebody of his quality, you have to be brave. Again, look at the pace there, Mark, and you two know as batters that if somebody is not giving you the pace, 2 options: stay deep in your crease and try and cut away, but then you worry if one skids, or you come at them.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to get as near to the pitch of the ball as you can, I think, unless you're a great sweeper. So this is it then. Babar Azam against Michael Bracewell, who goes in flat at him for some reason.
He was able to pick up Babar Azam with similar kind of a delivery where Babar wasn't able to control the ball, hit the ball straight to that fielder placed for him at mid-wicket. But this time around, Babar Azam was wary of the fact, managed it well.
It's a well-set field. That guy square at mid-wicket rather than straight tells you he's going to bowl a little back of a length if he can. He's not going to overpitch, and if he is, he's got cover out at deep mid-wicket. So he's 2 back at deep mid-wicket and backward square leg. There it is. That's the length, right? That's hard to work straight. It's a superb first over. Good fun to watch. 5 for 1. David Willey to continue, and just 5 from 2 overs. In the previous 2 matches they had power play problems. Did to Peshawar Zalmi. Oh, that's out. That is out, surely. Yep. A nightmare start to the tournament for Babar Azam.
Yeah, he was looking for the deliveries and ready for the away swingers. But every time Willie has bowled to Babar Azam, he brought the ball back into the stumps, and that's where he was able to surprise him.
Start with the front on, please. Ball is close to the bat. Let's confirm with the ultra, please. Flat line, also a gap between bat and ball. Satisfied, no bat involved. You can move on to ball tracking when it's ready. Original decision out. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets, umpire's call. Chris, you can stay with your original decision. Stand by. You are on screen now. Take a signal, please.
Umpire Chris Brown getting it dead right. Babar Azam has to go. Desperate look on his face too. The worst start he's ever had. 3 consecutive innings in single figures. 0, 1 and 2. And don't tell me he's improving. 5 for 2 now.
Not just the fact he's got out 3 times, Mark and Amir, in single figures, he's got out 3 times to 3 left armers now. It's something that he's struggled with. Dorcius, Mohamed Amir, and now David Willey. And it is sometimes, and you two will know as batters, that psychologically when you come up against the left armour, you have issues. You have that little person on your side here on your shoulder saying you can't play left armers. But that is really good from David Willey. I will show you his wrist position. I love it. Something I don't think is coached enough in world cricket. Wrist position.
Usually I think I feel confident of explaining why an orthodox right-hander gets out to left arm in swing. But actually Babar's body shape and position was pretty good there. Oh, hello, that's a different blow altogether. What a super way to take the game on. Mohamed Harris, bang.
Talk about being fearless. His team is in serious trouble here. He comes out, the first ball, he comes out the crease and hits the ball aerial for a boundary. What a way to start your innings.
Well, the difference between also a man out of form and a man in form. A man who thinks it doesn't matter where you bowl it at that pace, I'm going to attack you.
Does Willie pitch it up again? Not quite. So Mohamed Harris, just this is quite an interesting stat, this. Hello. Hello. Oh, number 21. BYD leads the world in electric vehicles, and HBL PSL leads the game in talent. Scan the QR code and vote for the player you think should drive home in a BYD seal as the player of the tournament. All from BYD.
You just mentioned that Babar was in a good position to deal with that delivery, but lately his bane has been the angle bat. if he's looking to play the ball through extra cover, the face of the bat is opened, and looking to play the ball on the onside, it's shut. And also the biggest problem with him is, just look at his elbow. Drops a bit, and that's why he hasn't been able to play the ball with the full face of the bat.
I'm going to throw another one to both of you two batsmen. Head position. Where is his head position when the ball hits him? And his head is outside off stump.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody with a better head position than Sachin Tendulkar. And what he would do to a left armer is open himself up and look to hit it back at the bowler or towards mid-on. You've got to change your angles a bit. This game is all about angles. And left arm in swing's tricky. There's a couple of things can happen when your head gets too far over. Obviously you lose balance, but you can also play round your front pad, and Babar didn't do that. In fact, we saw the full face of the bat, but he was beaten by the late movement. A beautiful bit of bowling by David Willey, by the way. We should say that. Lovely late swing.
Just keep your eye out on the wrist position. Look at how that seam is beautifully presented, and that is because his wrist is cocked right behind the back of the ball, and his two fingers go down the back of the ball, and hence why it's not swung massively, but what he's done is just shape back in, and because of the position Babar has got him with bat and head, he's just played all around it.
"12 for 2. Lovely shot on a Saturday night. Bit of traffic about. People heading out and about, and a number of them here, by the way, with that excitement. Michael Bracewell. It is spinning, isn't it?
And I know we said this off air, and you should never say it off air. I think talking about Bracewell going around the wicket to the right-handers now. With that amount of spin, I like that sort of line to attack the two right-handers from around.
That's a biggie. That is a biggie. Don't worry about that. There is a man out there, but he's got nothing to do with it at all. Tom Kohler Cadmore strikes.
The secret to such good ball striking, he picked the line very early. He was slightly outside the off stump, and that encouraged the right-hander to jump out of the crease and find the maximum. Now, going back to the point you just made, you wouldn't mind the off-spinner going down the stumps, and especially to Harris, who likes to hit the ball towards mid-wicket.
PCB is giving the super fans a chance to win a brand new car, by the way. All you have to do is participate in the Jazz Recharge and Win activity. Oh, well, it's okay. Oh, heart in your mouth stuff. The fielder was in the game and the batsman was in the game, and this time the batsman won it.
It was tantalizingly close to that fielder, placed a deep square leg. Went high in the air. Bottom hand coming off the bat, but still had enough power. Never looked like catching that one. Usman.
Just gets that six, doesn't he? Just get it, Alim Dar. Select it right. It's a six. Just to remind you that KFC is awarding higher education scholarships to deserving students for every six that is hit during the HBL PSL, and of course we're in season 10. It's really good by KFC.
It's a double-barreled name, is 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇, and it's firing on both barrels.
It's 33 for 2.
It's just a horrible drag down. That's all it is. Because of what he's done with that floating delivery, which I said is always a risk when you're up against the likes of Harris in form, 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇, who's that aggressive player. He thinks he's running at him, so he drags it down. And on this outfield, it's just help yourself. Conditions not easy for batting, and if you're brave and take on the opposition, you've got a chance of scoring big.
Yeah, look at that over. Punchy old over. So David Willey with figures of 1 for 10 will continue. That's that swing. That's that ball striking. Right now we have a brilliant counter-attack taking place from Tom 𝐄𝐍𝐶𝐆 and Mohamed Harris from the desperation of the loss of those 2 star openers cheaply to the explosion of stroke play. Willey versus Harris. What now? Oh, smarty pants. That's what now.
Yes, there is a bit of swing for the seam bowlers in the air, and also a bit of spin for the spinners, but that should not alarm the batters. Yes, they have to stay alert. There are plenty of runs to be scored here.
And that's how difficult it is. It's not easy to bowl in the power play, I can assure you that, but then to bowl 3 overs in the power play is even harder. Against a man who's in a little bit of form in Mohamed Harris, he's tried to go for the Yorker straight away, and so I like this. It's a counter against the bowler. I'm not going to allow you to bowl that length. I'm going to look to be aggressive. So a little chat between senior bowler and captain in Rizwan, just to try and get the field right.
I wonder why they've switched to Rizwan not keeping and 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 keeping. Maybe he does want to be around his bowlers. You make a bad start to the tournament. Maybe he thinks mid on and mid off, near as I can be to my bowling attack and help it on its way. But this is tricky because Mohamed Harris has got every shot in the book. So you've got to try to bowl to one of them. And what they're doing is they're dropping 2 back leg side behind square, but still, oh no, more like long leg now, and then mid wickets. Over square leg is a place to go if he wants to go leg side. Everybody's up offside, saving a single. Mid-on's on the edge of the circle. And so there's a single there.
And the one thing I just want to pick up, even though perhaps at times you've got maybe a lack of pace, watch what Willey does really well. So he's gone back in, he's been hit for 6, and then he's generally just pushed the ball away from Mohamed Harris to stop the ball coming in, because when you get hit for 6 and someone picks up that late swing early, what you've got to do is slightly change it and go across. And I think he'll try and do the same here from leg stump.
Nice bit of cricket. I think it's an interesting conversation, the debate about the rule that the direct hit hits the stumps and you shouldn't be able to get an overthrow from it. I think there is a strong argument for that. The Hanif Mohamed cap is given to the highest runs in the tournament, and Fazal Mahmood cap to the highest wicket taker. The leading run scorer and wicket taker will both have their homes powered by Inverex solar energy, or social energy too. Terms and conditions apply. And that's the one over square leg, but a finger tipper. On the days where it's going your way, those stick. What does it tell us about the rest of the day? Usman Khan, the fielder.
That's what, as a bowler, you have to do against Harris, who likes to take chances on every delivery he faces. As a bowler, Just do the basics, hit the right areas. That was close.
He was always stretching for that ball, wasn't he, Usman? He needed a bit more athleticism to begin with before the arms spread. It's good cricket, this, you know. It's an interesting balance between bat and ball. It's a fabulous counter-attack. But they're suddenly going at 8.2 and over, having crawled for the first couple. Credit to this pair who've taken it on. That's the thing, showing a bit of courage, sense of adventure, a lack of fear, all those things that gather as one when you're a batsman in T20 cricket. That's a good hard thump. Jeepers, what a shot that was. Like a boxer. 44 for 2 from 5.
Well, he gambled, didn't he, David Willey? That's exactly what he did. He went for the shorter delivery, and it was just pulled away quite easily by Tom Kohler-Cadmore. Good way to go to that last over in the Pepsi power play. So 6 balls left. They're trying to fight back hard here, the Zalmi.
Peshawar 44 for 2. Parkview City, free hit for fans. Win a house contest, which Pakistan batsmen hit 6 sixes in an over in a T20 domestic game. And dropped. It took off. Had a lot of punch behind that ball. Pace and bounce and drops by the keeper. Hello, Lisa.
Good evening, Rameez. Yeah, Shea Hope. And no ball, so front foot or height? But it will be a free hit. Yep, front foot. So if the catch had been taken, still would have been a free hit.
Maybe the keeper knew beforehand. We give him the benefit of the doubt. But that flew off the surface. It has spun, the ball has stopped just a little bit. He's not too happy with the sideboard. The great thing about T20 cricket, though, is that you can make a comeback anytime during the phase of your innings. So the beginning was not such a great one from Zalmi, but have a look at how they've clubbed the opposition in the last few overs. Run rate has galloped to 9.4. That's a hit, and fielder latches on to it. Iftikhar Ahmed with a good pair of hands, safe pair of hands, and flashy innings comes to an end. Harris was looking so good, 24 of 12 balls.
Well, no, actually, it was a free hit. It was a free hit. You got so excited, didn't you?
Oh, gosh, I beg your pardon. I was looking after my tea when all this happened.
Yeah, just put down your Tapal tea.
So, I mean, some of my best work doesn't mean a thing. Shah Hope is keeping the wickets. Rizwan is standing at mid-off, mid-on. He's trying to work closely with the bowlers. All right, Tapal Tea Lounge. Lisa, you need to be there. You love your Tapal tea, right?
That's Pakistan's #1 tea brand. And you were too busy looking at it and sipping your cup of tea before. So away you go. Just enjoy.
Maybe Babar Azam is in need of a Tapal cup as well. Oh, that's a Grand shot. Really is terrifically timed. 50 comes up from Peshawar Zalmi. But he seizes the length so quickly, Haris. He's got this great ability to hit freely. Away towards the offside, the leg side made the room and crashed it.
Yeah, you just look at what he's been able to do as soon as he's come in. And this is off the back of wickets falling at the other end. Even his first delivery coming down and hitting him for 6, David Willey, and this time now exposing the stumps, knowing it's going to be short. You've still got to put it away, and this guy does it more often than not.
Changes the angle, gets flicked into the vacant area away towards the leg side. This is top quality batting. 87 in the last game, and he's motoring along at some speed. 228.57 is his strike rate. 50 partnership is raised as well.
Well, between Mohammad Harris and Tom Collins-Cadmore, they've been able to slightly change the momentum. I'd say it's probably even Steven at the moment, but Mohammad Harris is playing on a different pitch. A man who's seeing the ball like a watermelon.
You get a lot of watermelons these days on the roadside. This is the season. It's getting a little warm. It's getting a bit still as well. So that's crashed for 6. Perfect batting, reading the length, making use of the pace, and showcasing his talent in no uncertain terms. He is massively talented. It's a no ball. It's another free hit. Harris will get another opportunity to deposit it over the rope, clearly over the line, by a long way.
Yeah, 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇, he played the first game, picked up 3 wickets. 3 for 41, but his second game, this over still hasn't finished, and it was 20 runs off it. Multan Sultans in the dugout may smile and hope that he can rebound from this, but geez, this is a tough thing to be put under.
Yeah, into the gap, leg side play is brilliant. Offside play is outstanding as well. Akif is being hammered. Doesn't know what to do. One more ball left in this Pepsi Park play. He's changed the angle, and that came into the pads for an easy pickup shot for Haris to execute.
I think I said halfway through this over, I said, oh, it's about even Stevens. I actually think it's flipped that quickly. That's how quickly this game can change. And now Mohammad Rizwan is trying to slow it down. Actually, earlier on in the over, Mohammad Harris was getting annoyed because he wanted to keep going. He was in that kind of form. He just wants balls flying at him.
Well, that's a lot better. He runs with the shot, gets there with time to spare. Big over for Peshawar Zalmi after 6. 69 for 2, 25 over that. 25 run over. Started off brilliantly, spin, and then got rid of Babar Azam. It was marginal, and then Haris came and absolutely have destroyed the opposition with some great hitting. 43 of 17.
Yeah, it's just shown how flexible he is and innovative. He's hit to all parts of the ground, made it very hard to bowl to.
Looking at Akif's speed, his speed has been outstanding. We're talking about 3 deliveries in a row of 144.6, 144.8, 146.1. But it's just that this guy has been on song, to say the least. He's destroyed whatever came out of his hand. didn't hit it entirely at the middle of the blade, and he would consider himself just a little bit lucky because Harris has hardly mistimed a hit. When he needed one, he got it. But this may just work for Sultans, because Osama Mir clearly will slacken the pace. There's a little bit of leg spin. The pitch has gripped and spun. Let's see if he gets a reward. But this could be a good change for Multan Sultans.
Yeah, you're right about spin. Dominic Cork and Buzzard Khan spoke about the fact that anything a little bit lower in that, you know, high 70s, early 80s is effective. But also this Pindi pitch has probably changed from years before, where pace used to be more effective.
Smashed. Great shot in the slot, went flat. A skimmer, a six. Crowds are loving this. A lot of fans have turned up for Peshawar Zalmi. They've been at the receiving end in the first two games, and this is now looking very promising.
When you have a look at the partnership, it's 71 of 28 deliveries. They were 5 for 2. Just shows you what these two have gone. It doesn't matter what's happened before. We're going to show them that this is a beautiful pitch to bat on, and you can play through your shots. That's exactly what they've been able to do.
Yeah, I think it's the mental game also. We talk a great deal about Babar Azam and where he is right now. He couldn't have gone so down in a matter of months. I think it's the mentality. He's got to look for a bit of freedom.
Not worry about getting out. But to his credit, the fans there have been gracious. They've been lenient. They've chanted Babar, Babar the moment he comes out to bat. Oh, another big meaty blow for 6. This is fabulous batting. End of the over. 84 for the loss of 2.
To move for that at all. 2 foot, that step hit length that we often talk about in T20 cricket. Ideally, as a spinner, you want to create a bit of mayhem with the footwork, not just put it in and on a platter for him to hit, which is exactly what happened.
This is now becoming a bit of a serious issue for Multan Sultans. Partnership of 79 of 31, taking the game away from their grasp. Ubaid Shah coming on to bowl. He's quick, he's young, exciting to watch. Hits him on the gloves.
Jazz fan pulse moment.
Against whom was HBL PSL 2022 title won? Well, there are your options. 2022, I mean, there's been so much of HBL PSL matches that it appears as if it's just wiped out of my memory. Who won it in 2022? Do you know, Lisa? No, you don't. Your expressions tell me you don't. Now then, now, taken, this is genuine. If the car takes the catch, Ubaid Shah breaks the massive breakthrough, breaks the partnership, and this may just halt the avalanche that Multan Sultans are facing. Great innings comes to an end.
Well, the first delivery was quick. This one dropped in pace, 122. And you can see it held in the pitch slightly. It hit it right at the toe end. That's why it did not sail out of the stadium. Because he's been able to do that already this innings, but he has to go for an enterprising one at that 45. Zalmi are now 84 for 3.
He played it with one hand, so didn't have a lot of control, but the way he's been middling the ball, you would feel unlucky because it set up very nicely for him to once again target the fence on the full. Babar Azam had caught him earlier of a free hit. This time he caught him and he's out of there. Hussain Talak, all-rounder, bats well, has been in good form. Multan Sultans would be feeling just a little bit better now that Haris has been removed from the scene. "64 matches for Hussain Talak, 123 strike rate. You've got to be a bit of an expert really to be batting at number 5, because either you've got to defend and repair the situation or carry on with the momentum, so it can be a bit taxing gig for you. But he's got to do that. Initially look to rotate the strike and maybe give it to 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇.
His first match, actually, he picked up 35 off 19 with 3 towering sixes. And that's what Zalmi would want him to be able to partner 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇. 5 bowlers used so far. Uday picking up the wicket and breaking that all-important partnership in his first over. That extra pace and then pace down, so effective.
He hits the bat hard. He's got a good bowling action. 141.9 kmph, that last ball. And that wicket of Haris will give him a lot of hope, a lot of confidence. kmph, kilometers per hour, 141.9 kmph. Nice shot for a run. Always like the guys who play that shot because it involves that subcontinental wrist work.
There's a few going around here, isn't there? Mohammed Haris, he'll be disappointed. No, he's not out there with this man, that partnership. Wow, electrifying. Just changed the proceedings straight away. The skipper would be happy that they're back on track, but boy, still a fair bit to go. 207 so far in this HBL PSL is the average score batting first here.
Now, how good is that? Delicate and methodical. And look beautiful. 91 for 3.
Well, this is really clever because he knows exactly what Uday is doing, banging the ball in. So he gives himself a bit of room to the leg side and knows all he has to do is open the face and get it over that backward point position. And did so easily. A really good batting here by TKC. Striking it now at 211. This is a little bit more like what he is known for.
Three down for 91. Bit of repair work to be done. Slapped for a run. We go till selfie moment. All the gals in a row.
I love the outfits. Beautiful. Okay, you're wearing the more traditional and I got donuts.
You're wearing Western traditional. You see how the body language is now working for 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇. Is a lot more assured of his skills, making room, exposing the stumps. We talk a great deal about having a momentum, and you can see in his batting there is momentum.
Yeah, you and I were talking in the next room about the mental side of the game, the body language, and I noticed actually before the game, 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 actually came out with his bat, stood where he would stand and probably was visualizing. Now, I don't know if he did that. He might have done it in previous games. But what that showed me was that he was switched on. That if Zalmi were going to get off the bottom of the table, he was going to be a big part of it. He needs to lift. As an international and batting only, you've got to do your job. And he hadn't. So this is a much better performance from him.
Leg side field is being strengthened. With a straight mid-wicket in place, the long on field has been positioned. And almost a great catch in the ring. Usman Khan, the fielder, certainly saved the four. Moved very quickly. It's a difficult field position because you're blinded for a long period of time. He seems to have hurt himself. But you can't really question the effort. Really was a top quality effort.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because I agree with you. I think it is quite a tough position to field. But you normally put your weaker fielders in that position, don't you? I think that's a bit cruel. It's a bit nasty.
He's got to improve his length. Sign up and use Pay Pak Debt Card to avail best discount in Pakistan. Your lucky day has arrived. Still very keen to bowl that length. Got away this time, 95 for 3.
This partnership is a little bit slower. 11 off 10. That just shows you how important that wicket is, the Peshawar wicket. Mohammed Harris, just the 7 runs off that over as well, and you can just see that it's just kind of just sucked the life out of this innings. The main threat still is 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇. He's on strike now.
Yeah, he remains the key now, and got to go right till the end. Can he do that in T20 the way he's batting, shuffling across the stumps? How did he not bowl him? Went over the bails.
He missed it down the leg side, but it missed off stump. Just have a look at how far he goes across. Yeah, maybe over the top of off stump.
Now trying to create his own angles. TKC and nicely bowled by Obat. Slower in pace once again, 130.4. He's got to aim over that mid-off fielder. I think that's a safer bet. Makes room. doesn't connect properly. Chance, but he makes it quite well in the end.
Yeah, he tried to go there, didn't he? And gave himself a bit of room. But again, it was pace off, 125 kilometres, and he had to get on his skates pretty quick, smart. Good crossover throw. I think he would have been safe, yeah. That's a well-judged single, even though it was a miss-hit.
Even though this has been a slow partnership, 12 of 12, the run rate is still impressive, 10.29. Harris with a hurricane 45. That put them ahead, and that's gone through. Osama Mir with a full-length dive. We're talking about a 6'3" fielder, sprawling himself on the ground, but it still somehow leaked through.
Yeah, hundreds up as well. You just cannot put fielders for a genuine nick unless it's first slip or second slip. So unfortunately, this was never going to be stopped. It would have taken an amazing effort to get there. He wasn't far off.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good try, gallant try. Sprawling effort. 100 comes up, 100 for 3. Yeah, thanks to Harris, they're still looking pretty sharp out there as a unit. Just mentioned run rate 10.53. I haven't seen a lot of big shots from Hussain Talat, but he's definitely looked busy.
Scan Karoji, win smartphones,
smartwatches and air tickets. Download GoLutlo app and enter into the lucky draw chance to win prizes, motorbike, at every game.
And they zoom off before us.
But like this little stint from Ubaid. Pace up, pace down, has not allowed them to settle into hitting zone. Started off with a couple of slower balls or with lighter pace, and the last two have been again 145.2 and then 127.3. Hence he's been successful, 1 for 14 in 1.5.
Yeah, 4 dots, which is gold when you're going at over 10 runs and over.
Edge, another boundary. Osama Mir, he doesn't dive this time. Couple of edgy boundaries to Hussain Talat. Peshawar Zalmi 106 for the loss of 3 after 10.
Oh, cricket, it's so unfair for the bowlers. Genuinely beaten, slower delivery, goes hard at it, thick outside edge, but fine enough.
That partnership, 79 of 33. Remember, Peshawar Zalmi were 5 for 2.
They've now achieved 100 in their first 10 overs. Now they're back on track and they need to keep going. This is a high-scoring first innings ground in this HBL PSL. Osama Mir into his second over. Bit of a misfield again. They've been sloppy in the field, Multan Sultans.
Beautiful from drone. Lovely view of the stadium, which is quite full. It's probably nearly full. And they have been excellent, the crowds here that have turned up in their thousands to watch HBL PSL Season 10.
Absolutely. Rawalpindi has set the standard with the crowd.
There is Usama Mir, his live pitch map. Look at his boundaries gone a little bit too full. It's something that I think, because of his height, maybe he struggles a little bit with bowling a little bit too full at times. He's a superb bowler. And that just shows why he is so good. He plays all around the world. Strike rate of 69 against Tom Cole at Cadmore, and he's had him out 3 times. Watch the revolutions, Baz, the spin, the bounce.
You know, sometimes when you're so tall, you don't really need to flight the ball. This time again, the same area where he's pumped him twice. This is the 3rd 6 at mid-wicket.
Huge, this. It's always a risk because of his height that you're going to get a top edge.
That partnership, 79 of 33. Remember, Peshawar Zalmi were 5 for 2. They've now achieved 100 in their first 10 overs. Now they're back on track and they need to keep going. This is a high-scoring first innings ground in this HBL PSL. Usama Mir into his 2nd over. Bit of a misfield again. They've been sloppy in the field, Multan Sultans.
Beautiful from drone. Lovely view of the stadium, which is quite full. It's probably nearly full. And they have been excellent, the crowds here that have turned up in their thousands to watch HBL PSL Season 10.
Absolutely. Rawalpindi has set the standard with the crowd.
There is Usama Mir, his live pitch map. Look at his boundaries gone a little bit too full. It's something that I think, because of his height, maybe he struggles a little bit with bowling a little bit too full at times. He's a superb bowler. And that just shows why he is so good. He plays all around the world. Strike rate of 69 against Tom Cole at Cadmore, and he's had him out 3 times. Watch the revolutions, Baz, the spin, the bounce.
You know, sometimes when you're so tall, you don't really need to flight the ball. This time again, the same area where he's pumped him twice. This is the 3rd 6 at mid-wicket. It's time for the Tapa strategic timeout. coming to the end of the Tapal strategic timeout. The comeback of sorts with innings of Mohammad Haris, 45 of 21. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈�𝐇 48 right now, but Haris came in. Peshawar in a spot of bother. First delivery that he faces comes down the track and hits it out of the park, and from there he just went on and put pressure back on Multan Sultans and got Peshawar Zalmi back in the game big time. Off the back foot, especially destructive. Over the offside, over the leg side, all directions, the 3-6s over point, over long on and over square legs. So he was dynamic in his stroke play, as he is normally in T20 cricket. We're still talking about that 1 over point. He liked that, I think. Bracewell back in the attack, a wicket in his first over, then was taken to by TKC in Haris. Now he's back. Left-hander on strike. Dismissed Simon.
Zalmi would take that right now.
Oh, backs away, just a single. So a terrific first 4 deliveries.
Pace, look at the pace, 82.5. Look your best for HBL PSL, as J. Dot is rewarding the best dressed spectator at every game with a luxurious J. Dot gift hamper. J. Dot. They've also dressed us today. We look, well, I don't, but you look magnificent. Magnificent, Bazid Khan.
You're quite happy today, aren't you? Shot and wide and thrashed away. It'll just be the single. Gets away with that. Just 2 runs off the over.
Always happy. Always happy. Love to see a fight back from a team who are in deep trouble. 5 for 2. Like the way that Mohammad Haris came out. Obviously, 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇, always keen to see him do well. I just want a tight game. You know what I want, Bazid? What do we want?
Too early. 3 up.
He's a little bit slower, and it's a bit of a gamble from Hussain Talat. He drags it enough that he gets it in between deep mid-wicket and David Willey, who is at deep long on. Look, he's dragging it, he's trying to get it in that hole, and he just gets enough of it. Slightly slower from Osama Mir, that is what, about 88 kilometers per hour.
This time he tried to go over extra, but went too straight, just a single. Now it's up to 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇, 49 of 27, but he's had the number of Osama Mir in this innings. Hit him for 3 maximums. Into the offside, will get a single, so 50 for TKC. 4th 50 in, 5th 50 in HBL PSLs. And an innings that Peshawar Zalmi wanted badly. He came in where there was a bit of a struggle on. Needs to carry on now. Partnership with Haris turned the game a little bit.
Plateau quicker. High score of 92 as well for 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 in HBL PSLs. That was against Karachi, so no 100 yet. For TKC, that one quicker, into the 90s from Osama Mir.
Again tries it leg side, ball for 2. We race back 4-2. Urgency from Hussain Talat. It's tea time for the fans in the Tapal Tea Lounge, Pakistan's own brand. Into the offside, just a single, so 13 done. It's 128 for 3. Last over for Bracewell. Tries to go extra cover in the air and out of the ground. He's hit that better than most people were expecting. Over extra cover, and it's gone all the way.
50 partnership as well is up. 50 from 35. What a shot this is. It's not a big boundary. Still takes some execution though to open yourself up. Ball is spinning and to go up and over extra cover.
Yeah, fabulous shot. That's what Peshawar require. Boundary of the very first delivery of the over. Try and make this over very big. 135. You're wanting 200. You're wanting more than 200. Maybe 215. Fielding's decent. Fielding's very good. It's David Willey and long off.
Just about gets it over extra cover. Yeah, I think he thinks this is going away, and Willey at full stretch stops the boundary.
Away, straight to the fielder. It's Willey again at long off.
Pace again, it's just slower. He's definitely set out to bowl as slow as he can at TKC Bracewell. He's taken pace off. And now simple Willey takes this catch. Look at her in the background there, happy. Bracewell's happy as well. Good innings comes to an end from TKC. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒 gone for 52. Zalmi 137 for 4. Just wider, just slower, definitely. The plan was as soon as he gets hit for a boundary, he takes pace off. He's never going to drop them. He's a good fielder, David Willey. And he's disappointed because he realises he's got a chance there. He's in, he's going well.
Mitchell comes in, strike rate 205 in HBL PSL, just his third game.
Listen to that crowd. I don't know if you're picking it up at home. They are loud. They are loving it tonight in Pindi.
There are plenty of support for Peshawar Zalmi. Bracewell 2 for 35, 2 deliveries remain yellow. Everybody here supporting them. If they can't round the wicket. Tries to go extra cover in the air. Chance. Taken! Aqif Javed with the catch. Iftikhar with the celebration. Peshawar lose Hussain Talab.
Just changed that fielder as well. Aqif Javed was put out there. Bazid, after that first delivery, went wide again into the surface, trying to get that a little bit straighter. Juggled it a little bit. Took the catch in the end. Iftikhar has the wicket. And Hussain Talab goes at 37. The Zalmi 143 for 5.
Bottom of the bat, where he sliced underneath it. The second attempt, it was a good thing that it popped up. They all count. happy because it is his shot over extra. Abdul Samad, his debut in the HBL PSL. Starts off with a call for 2. Just be a single, but a successful over for Iftikhar. Just 5 runs off and a wicket, 144 for 5.
Right, the run rate has dropped just a little bit once it was over. All depends on if they can have the flow back running into the system. Leg is in, none for 34. Card was seen, your choices.
It's important phase for both the sides. Whoever wins this, they'll have a big chance to win this one. Peshawar Zalmi, they have few aggressors in their lineup. Some are yet to bat. He's got a huge reputation of hitting the ball big.
It's at this stage that Multan Sultans have generally got things wrong. The last 4 or 5 overs have not really worked for them. Up in the air and gone all the way off the back foot, hitting a 6 off the back foot. It mighty impressive.
The 150 is up. In the first game he came down the order, then he came up to number 3, and now he just slots in wherever, but his 6 hitting ability doesn't change.
Yeah, he's picking that trajectory quite well and early.
I think you're better off pitching the ball up to him because he likes a little bit of width.
And outside the off stump, whenever he's been hit for a 6, he's been guilty of bowling wicket to wicket, and that's where Cadmore was so square.
Yeah, he likes that length. He'll carve it away again over the rope. It's a boundary this time. That length absolutely works for him.
Yeah, as a bowler, you're supposed to variate in a T20 format, but not that much. All through this evening, he's been all over the shop, and that's why he has conceded 45 runs. So far, Osama Mir is unlike him.
Goes big again. This time, it's a much better connection. Hits it plumb on the full, on the side screen. This ain't working for Osama. He raises a half century, none for 51.
Yeah, this isn't good. And this is, as Ramiz mentioned, this is what's really let down Multan Sultans in their previous 2 matches. Just leaking runs at the back end, not learning and adjusting.
Oh, a lot of bat. End of the over, 161 for 5.
Yeah, Osama Mir has been their match winner in the last couple of seasons. He made a huge difference, but here he has struggled in his first 3 outings. He's been very generous to the batters.
Just been too inconsistent, Usama Mir, either up or back. Babar has been the best bowler from Multan Sultans. Young, exciting, has got pace, but more importantly, used the faculties so well. We saw variations, change of pace, change in length. Flicks and 6. That is such a good shot, effortlessly deposited over the rope.
This partnership already of 24 runs from just 8 deliveries. They're turning on the heat, these two batters out there in the middle. Both of them like to hit 6s. Plenty to worry about for Multan Sultan's captain, Mohammad Rizwan.
And well caught there. A good catch by the ball picker. I think that's the term that is used.
No, I think he's a player.
Player, yeah, sorry.
He's old enough, he looks like it. It's really important now for Multan Sultans to learn from the last few games, because if they leak that 70-odd runs that we were talking about in the 4 overs, then it's going to be well over 200. PCB and HBL PSL, it's world's first arbitrage cryptocurrency exchange on.
Right, subtle change in the field, long on, long off. A straight mid-wicket by the rope. A square leg is positioned as well. Owen is on strike, strikes it big, straight.
Ramiz, you were talking about maybe they've got to pitch it up a little bit more because he's so strong off the back foot. The scary thing about Mitch Owen is he can hit 6s from everywhere. So maybe the alternative is to actually take it out of his arc, bowl to that wide line, and then maybe Yorkers or slower deliveries, but take it out of that arc.
And that's what he did, Obad, with his first 2 overs. He was bowling into the pitch, rotating his wrist, taking the pace off. Made a mistake with the first delivery where he conceded a boundary. From there, he started to feel the pressure. You cannot.
Lisa, you're making it look very tough. Owen can hit the good length, the not so good length, the fuller length. Maybe the best idea is not to bowl to him at all. Big shot, big 6, is it? No, it's going to land in the lap of the fielder. He lets it go. Eventually, it's a 4. It's Bracewell, who usually is a very fine fielder, lets himself down, leaks a 4.
They've been suffering a lot in last 4 overs, Multan Sultans. And this drop catch can be excruciating. A simple chance. Uppercut, wasn't able to hold on. Squandered it.
It may go on to hurt the Multan Sultans because Samad can hit a ball a mile. He's 13 of 5. Partnership of 30 of 11. They needed a respite. They needed something to happen, and there was an opportunity and grasped by Bracewell. Cuts it well. The slow ball picked off very nicely. This is excellent batting by Samad because we've seen the range from square leg mid-wicket to now over the point fielder.
That tells me he's not an arrogant batsman. Yes, he's got a huge reputation of hitting big sixes, but he's leaving himself quite a few options. He was pitched outside the off stump, was ready for it, and was aware the fielders were in the circle. Took the aerial route, good batting.
Michael Bracewell, so you're going to get some assistance, right? But you don't want to shut out the other side of the field. You can. These guys are powerful enough to hit it 360 degrees.
A cutter attempted and didn't hit the bat at all.
Yeah, fingers over the ball, stuck in the wicket. Was through his shot. The ball just arriving, and yeah, that got him. Just trying to rub it. Good old spray, no doubt, has come out. Yeah, there we go, the spray. Don't know what it does.
It's been a lot of fun for Peshawar Zalmi. The last 24 balls in 49 for the loss of 2 wickets. But more importantly, a partnership that is going at a rapid pace. 34 of 13.
Trying to rub it. Good old spray, no doubt, has come out. Yeah, there we go, the spray. Don't know what it does.
It's been a lot of fun for Peshawar Zalmi. The last 24 balls in 49 for the loss of 2 wickets. But more importantly, a partnership that is going at a rapid pace. 34 of 13 balls. A lot of yellow flags, which is great to see. Zalmi in need of the fan support. And they've given themselves a very good chance here of outsmarting Multan Sultans. 177 for 5 and counting. 3 more overs to go. Akif has been hammered for plenty. None for 28 in his 2 overs.
Yeah, after a bright start where they picked up a couple of wickets in no time, progressively gone worse. Multan Sultans.
I think the slow balls, the cutters, got to be the way to get out of problem. All right, Vigo tell Bhangra Cam is live. Some serious moves. Look at that kid, which 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 is. He should have earned it. He's probably the best out of the lot.
Was intense, wasn't he? With his moves. Yeah, you're right. Slow ones have been working for even the faster bowlers. The first delivery, Bracewell bowled to Saim Ayub, it turned. From there on, the faster bowlers should have realized what is the way to go forward in this game.
It's a wide down the leg side. If you bowl various lengths, you're making it tough for Mohammad Rizwan as well, because he doesn't have a clue where to set the field for you. So you've got to captain yourself. You know how the pitch is played, has behaved, so you've got to find a way of somehow hanging in there. Straight away, one look at the pitch, and pacers should have known that pace off is the game here. He changes the angle around the stumps. Hit neatly. It's a big shot, effortlessly putting it away over the rope for 6. The fun continues for Peshawar Zalmi. They're having a blast.
Not the right idea. Not the right idea to bowl stump to stump, and especially from that angle. You have to start from way outside the off stump to be able to hit the off stump. But the length and the line is there. What do you expect?
Well, and the field is wrong as well for that delivery. You can't have mid-off up and then pitch the ball up. So that's fine, and Mohammad Rizwan is actually going to go back now. He's going to bring up that backward point. That person's going to be in the ring, but he's got to get it up.
It's a smash and 6 more. Once again picking up the length, and Akif is hell-bent on providing batsmen with this opportunity of hitting him away towards the leg side, away towards the offside, because he's bowled the wrong length again.
I'm baffled. I've lost my bearing. The captain moves himself to long off, asking the bowler to pitch the ball up, and he drags it back. He must be saddled with so many worries.
That's placed into the gap. Excellent batting, so we're not talking balls. And more sixes hit in an innings this year in HBL PSL, 14 sixes. 5 for 2 they were at the start, and look at where they're ending. 52 of 80 in this partnership.
Yeah, just playing with the bowler, aren't they? He goes full, he goes over mid-off, brings back his length even though the field has changed. He goes bang over mid-wicket for 6, then comes over the wicket, goes full, I'll flick you for 4. This is hard work, this is a tough lesson.
Well, the coaches, they have to realize Akif has an exaggerated jump. And from there, he cannot be very effective with the balls pitched up to the batters. Misfielding. So whatever the plan needs to be given to him, it has to be back of the length.
Look at the numbers being put up. Obviously a little bit of baseball style. No signals from the bench, just numbers instead. You can interpret that any way you want.
Somebody can also write 1 please. So just put a please before that or after it.
A single you're looking for? Instead you're going to get a boundary. And the 200 is up with that. This is a huge over. 24 off it. It's 201 for 5.
So he's trying extremely hard to bowl the off-cutters, the slow-paced delivery, but he's just not used to it. I think he's quite used to bowling at one pace, one-dimensional, hitting the back of the length. In T20, that doesn't work.
Been a spectacle. 32 of 12 balls with a strike rate of 267. Incredible hitting. Not a single boundary he scored with a vertical backswing. Everything gone over the ropes. He flat batted it, and once again did the same, got the same result, which we are getting familiar with.
Putting all plans to sort. He'll go again, covers the stumps, hits it straight. It's a chip for a run. Well, he wants the strike and he'll keep the strike. This is good batting. Encouraged by Samad, who is not batting badly. 39 he is, Samad of just 12.
Yeah, really slow strike rate of 325 as well. But
this is the awareness at the moment by these two. Yeah, didn't quite hit it well. He's calling, he's talking to Samad, saying come back, because that's fell short.
Oh, misses it completely. Didn't bounce to his liking.
I don't know how will Multan Sultans recover from this, well, last 7 or 8 overs jolt.
Because you want something good to take away with you when you go back into the dugout for a massive run chase, and nothing much has happened for Multan Sultans. They once again have leaked runs in the last part of the innings, and it hasn't really worked again. That must be really frustrating for skipper and his think tank. Oh, now Rizwan takes it well. Owen for once falters, but he's done the major killing here. Absolutely nailed the opposition with some great hitting. 1 4 and 4 sixes in his 34.
Yeah, pace off into the pitch, but into the pitch so that it's a decent height. So he can't still just baseball swing. Had to check a little bit. Open blade, which meant that at point of impact the ball just goes straight up. Mohammad Rizwan, plenty of tape on those fingers, not a problem. Micho, and he goes for 34. It's 216 for 6.
Tucked him up on that occasion, not enough room for the arms to open up, and the ball scooped in the air and nestled into the hands of Mohammad Rizwan.
Samad wanting more out of that shot. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒 is the new man in. He's on strike now. But the innings dented by this wonderful partnership between Owen and Samad.
Yeah, the reason why Multan Sultan has been faltering, their bowlers haven't been able to pick up wickets in the middle overs. In the first outing, they managed to pick up 3 wickets against Karachi with the new ball. Even this evening, they were able to remove the openers in no time. It's the lack of wickets in the middle overs which has been haunting them.
That's good batting, not great bowling. Link ball on the pads is just politely dismissed by the newcomer. Didn't have to really work hard to earn a 4.
Very delicate, very nice. It's coming on the inside and using the wrists to get it nice and fine away from that deep 45. And he knows he's missed. They really need to come back with a flurry. It'd be nice to at least walk into the change room with another 3 wickets under your belt. 221 already. You almost get a sense it might be too much. Remember that both of these teams are not off the mark. They're both desperate for a victory.
Fielders push back. I don't know whether they needed to be there for 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒 because Samad is now on strike. And still 3 balls left in the over. 40 of 13 balls. I think quickest 50 is of 17 balls. 10 runs in another 4 balls. Can he get that? 16 balls, sorry. And gone. Neatly held. It was a running catch. And Samad, well, he's played his role. Outstanding innings. He's a good young hitter. Tailor-made for T20 cricket. Gets the 40 of 14 balls. Balls into the pitch. Takes the pace off. The rest is history. He picks up a wicket of Abdul Samad, who was looking dangerous. He played his part, good contribution. In no time, 222 for 7. Liquid is on strike and misses the ball completely, and not a great wicket-keeping effort. He got it. A bad bounce, but single given leaked.
Yeah, trying to find another boundary. Trying to see if he could go for that record. No doubt he was not thinking about that. He was thinking, how many more runs can I get? Ubaid maybe not happy completely with the execution, but sometimes it doesn't really matter. Players will go hard and they'll create opportunities. You just got to take them.
Last ball of the innings. And we're having a mini conference. I think damage has been done, boys. 223 for the loss of 7. They'll have to really bat well to get over the line. And this surface will grip more. You see more slow balls from Peshawar Zalmi. Another slow ball attempted, and that's gone through. Hit the pads of the keeper, and that just sums up the night for Multan Sultans. Nothing much has worked, and so in the end, Peshawar Zalmi, after a very ordinary start, have ended up on a massive high, 227 for 7.
Yeah, after 3 overs, misery expanded. For Multan Sultans, nothing went in their way. In fact, they were on the receiving end. They'll be cleared out of the park.
Yeah, there's a lot to think and dissect, but the time is not now. The time is to get your head into batting, and how do we go about chasing that? So certainly a big total there by Zalmi. They've done a wonderful job to get themselves out of a little hole.
Yeah, let's go and catch up with Zainab Abbas for an interview.
Yeah, I've got the man with the highest strike rate in the HBL PSL for over 700 runs, Mohammad Haris, next to me. Haris, 542 थे पेशावर ज़ल्मी, बट जिस तरह से रिकवरी की और आपकी इनिंग्स, तो क्या सोचा था जब आए थे? 1-2 विकेट्स गिर गई थी, क्या सोच रहे थे?
वेल, कोशिश यही थी कि अटैक इज़ द बेस्ट डिफेंस, और वही कोशिश की कि मैं जाके अटैक करूँ, अपने नेचुरल को बैक किया, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह उसमें कामयाबी मिली।
अच्छा, आपकी पिछले मैच में भी परफॉर्मेंस थी, 80 ऑड आपने किए, फिर इस मैच में भी आपने किए, तो आपका जिस तरह आपने कहा है कि अटैक इज द बेस्ट डिफेंस, इसी तरह आप आते हैं इसी सोच के साथ? बिकॉज एक चीज़ बड़ी क्लियर आपकी नज़र आती है कि यू लुक टू डोमिनेट बॉलर्स।
जी बिल्कुल, यही कोशिश होती है, क्योंकि जब इस तरह 2 विकेट जल्दी गिर गए थे तो उसके बाद रिकवर करना, अगर मैं भी उधर स्लो खेलता या टॉम कॉलर भी स्लो खेलता तो उस तरह रन नहीं होते। तो कोशिश यही थी कि हम दोनों जाके अटैक करें और इंशाल्लाह उसमें जितने मैक्सिमम रन हो ताकि टीम को एक मोमेंटम मिले।
रैम शॉट बहुत अच्छी खेलते हैं आप, इसको बहुत प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, किस तरह से आपने इसको मास्टर किया?
जी बिल्कुल, इसकी भी स्पेशल प्रैक्टिस होती है, बाकी शॉटों की भी होती है। कोशिश करता हूँ, सम टाइम इस पे आउट भी हो जाता हूँ, गालियाँ भी खाता हूँ, लेकिन कोशिश करता हूँ उसको छोड़ूँ ना, अपनी स्ट्रेंथ को बैक करूँ, क्योंकि मुझे यकीन है अगर मैं अपनी स्ट्रेंथ को बैक करूँगा तो फिर लगेगी।
क्राउड के बारे में आज क्या कहेंगे? ज़ल्मी फैंस, सिर्फ मुझे येलो ही नजर आ रहा है क्राउड में।
ज़ल्मी फैंस का जितना शुक्रिया अदा करूँ, हमेशा सपोर्ट करने आते हैं, चाहे लाहौर हो कराची हो, ये आप श्योर देख सकते हैं, हमेशा इन्होंने सपोर्ट किया है। आज भी फुल हाउस है और इसमें ऑलमोस्ट 90% क्राउड के भी केस आया हुए, ये सफ़र करके आए, 2-2, 3-3 घंटे सफ़र करके आते हैं, बहुत मुश्किल होता है, रात को इन्होंने जाना भी होता है, 2-2, 3 घंटे नींदें हराम करती है, तो अल्लाह करे कि हम जीत जाए ताकि इनको एक अच्छा ट्रीट मिले।
चलें, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर थॉट्स Haris, and all the best for this one.
Thank you.
Mohammad Haris, really just talking about the fact that his batting philosophy is very simple, that he likes to attack and dominate bowlers. That's
what their strategy was as well coming into the game today. He also thanked the Zalmi fans here and just said that the crowd has been absolutely superb in Pindi. Overall, he feels that they've got a good total on board and is positive about winning this one.
Peshawar Zalmi. Not a bright start. Time went for 2. Babar Azam another failure, and then things happened for them. Cadmore with 52, and then the innings just turned great for Peshawar Zalmi. Partnerships and at pace. 73-run partnership of just 27 balls between Owen and Samad turned it around for Peshawar Zalmi big time, and so they've got runs on the board and plenty of runs on the board.
And from a bowling point of view, David Willey, 2 for 36. Iftikhar just that one over, but 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 had a bit of a hard lesson tonight.
Osama Mir also went for plenty, so that's the target. Then Multan Sultans, can they get 228 and win a famous match? It's going to be tough, but still possible.
Wow, cricket on speed here at the Pindi Stadium. A thrilling first innings of this match with some of the best and most blistering batting you could ever imagine. A total of 227 for 7
for Peshawar Zalmi. Let's go down to Zainab.
Thanks, Mark. 228 is the target that we're looking at. I've got Alex Hartley and Dominic Cook next to me. Alex, just in terms of then how Multan Sultans bowled, they got 2 early wickets and then sort of, Zalmi managed to pull things back. Let's talk about the spinners because that's your speciality. 𝐄𝐍𝐆 at the top of the show mentioned the fact that it's important that the spinners change their pace by bowling a bit slow. I mean, was that the plan? Has that been the message to the boys?
Yeah, look, I think this pitch throughout this season so far has offered a little bit more than it normally would. And thanks to 𝐄𝐍𝐆 this morning with his words of wisdom, we did speak about potentially taking a little bit of pace off and bowling a little bit slower. At times, I actually felt like we bowled maybe too slow to certain batters. So Osama Mir potentially went too full to TKC. We spoke about going back of a length, but you can see the way Bracewell bowled today. It was an absolute beauty, wasn't it?
Well, look, you're a spinner. How hard is that in T20 to actually lob it up on these flat surfaces?
You've got to be brave. You've got to be brave. And actually, if you're getting hit over your fielder, I can accept that as a bowling coach. I actually don't mind that. But it's when you're getting hit everywhere around the park because you're taking pace off. So what I thought Bracewell did so well, that over that went for 21, there was actually a drop catch on the boundary over a fielder. That killed the over, but I didn't mind that because he bowled so nicely.
What about length then? You touched upon that as well. I mean, everybody's been talking in terms of the fast bowlers, talking about that hard length. But for a spinner, what is key when it comes to length?
Look, it's all plans on batters. So TKC, he was batting brilliantly, and we spoke about going back of a length, trying to get him on the back foot because he likes to step and hit, and the 360s he hit off Osama were all step and hit. They were slightly too full. To anybody else, that's a brilliant delivery. So you've got to be quick at the top of your mark, thinking about who you're bowling at and what your plans are. Yeah, just TKC, we got it slightly wrong today.
I know we've got a little book down here, though, if you can just go down here. So this is Alex Hartley little book here. This place here has normally been about runs, but what we're seeing now is big turning deliveries. So as a question to you as a coach is it easy to change as a bowler and not go flatter and flatter when it's turning? And do you have to be a little bit brave, maybe go round the wicket?
Yeah, I think you've got to think about when it is turning and it's turning quite big that we saw, you've got to think you've still got to bowl the ball. So you've still got to bowl into the pitch. If you float it up, it's still so easy to hit. But what we saw about Bracewell, he's gone into the pitch, he's gone flat, he's gone quick, and he's still getting turn off the surface. And actually he came to me at the drinks break and said, should I go short and wide to TKC? Just get him off strike, get him to cut the ball.
Tell me you said go wide.
Yeah, we did, absolutely did. That was
brilliant.
Absolutely said short, wide, get him to cut you, and he'll fetch it, and that's exactly what he did.
Well, in terms of the total then, 228, not exactly the plan that you would have hoped for, considering the fact that you got wickets up front.
Don't remind me.
Well, how does Multan Sultans now go about this chase? Because you do have somebody like Usman Khan with you who's due for some runs.
Yeah, look, we talk about champion mindset in our changing room. We talk about backing everything. Rizzy is so big on champions mindset, so you've got to believe that you can chase anything down. There's a lot of runs scored at Pindi. Yes, we've just conceded a lot, but it doesn't mean to say it's game over. We can still chase this down, but we've got to have batters fire.
Third umpire has just said we need to get off, Zainab.
Right, come on then. Great one, Alex. Great one, 𝐄𝐍𝐆 as well. It's time to go now. And nice doodling there, by the way. Lots of doodling.
Doesn't really make sense.
All right, back to you guys then.
Well, good fun and very nice to hear the enthusiasm there from Alex and Dominic. Stunning, really. After 2 overs and 1 ball, the score was 5 for 2. And then they just exploded with a counter-attack. Mohamed Harris and Tom Kohler-Cadmore. That was a brilliant partnership and just continued through the innings as everybody chipped in. Explosive, entertaining, and it really got this crowd going. It's the first time I've seen a really visceral atmosphere in the ground, and it's been wonderful to see. They've all loved every minute of it, and you're about to see why. When you lose 2 players of this quality, first Saeem undone by that beautiful off-break from Michael Bracewell, flight and guile, and then spin, of course. And then Babar Azam LBW today that really took a little in-swinger undoing him, as it so often does with a new ball. And then and this is the counter-attack now. They came after the whole of the attack, actually. The Sultans had nowhere to hide. No matter who came on, they dived into them, almost as if to say, we will not be submissive. However slow we may have started, we're now right in this game, and we're punishing you every time you make a tiny error, and sometimes when you don't.
We're going to slap you 2 or over the ropes. The sound of bat off ball was crisp and thrilling, and the crowd were just so engaged. Eventually, of course, one fell in the deep.
And so the stroke play continued. Little chances were missed, but difficult ones. Frustration all around in blue, but everlasting joy in yellow.
End of Tom Kohler-Cadmore, just wide enough to make him have to reach for the ball and then not really time it like he can. Finally a mistake out in the deep there, and a double attempt to taking the catch, which he did well. But it didn't stop Mitchell Owen showing his incredible power. This is a guy that made 100 in the final of the Big Bash, and another in the games leading up to it for Hobart Hurricanes. And his enormous strength and power, and I think Michael Bracewell may have lost that in the floodlights. He's such a safe catcher in the deep. That to me was almost a shot of the innings, getting inside out and pounding it over mid-off. A really incredible all-round performance from Peshawar Zalmi. Bazid Khan is alongside me. After the first 2 overs, you could never have predicted it, could he?
Absolutely not. And you say they'd get 227? Well, nobody would have taken you seriously. But Peshawar, with the power hitting that they had the bowlers go disappearing. 52 for Akif, 51 for Sam Amir, 44 Ubaid Shah. Couple of wickets for Bracewell, Willie and Ubaid, but in the end 227 was scored. 16 sixes.
Unreal. And a nightmare for poor Akif. I really felt for him. Brought into the side today, a bounding left arm seamer, and he got pumped out of the park too often for comfort. Right, Ahmed Rizwan out in the middle with Shai Hope, 2 very fine international cricketers. Shai Hope's had more success in the 50-over game than the T20 game. Ahmed Rizwan, of course, pretty good in any format of the game. I just feel, you know, it's I don't mean to sound cliched, but I do think you've got to get a start. I think if you lose early wickets in a big chase like this, you know, they've got to score at 11 and over, for heaven's sake. I mean, just over it, 11 and over. So obviously you're hard pressed not to push from the off. This guy's no fool. He plays for Lancashire in England, and in the 100 he plays for Trent Rockets. He's played in some franchise leagues around the world. He zips in really, a skipper, and a bit quicker than he looks. Here we go then, Mohammad Rizwan on strike, and that's out. Oh no, it isn't. Crikey, that's so nearly carried. Just a hint of swing.
Then that short mid-wicket was placed as a catching position, maybe not for the bat pad, but just for one that just flicked in the air on the onside. It's a huge inside edge. Ball seams back in, huge inside edge, loops up, and for a moment you thought that it might have carried. Gets away with one, does Mohammad Rizwan. But the start, zipping in, swinging it back in.
A very good competitor, Luke Wood, and you could see how much they cared. You see Alzari Joseph's face there. Oh, bold.
That's all you need, just the ball to straighten back in just slightly, and you're in. With the pace that he bowls at, and with the angle, with the left armour, he's always attacking that front pad. So even in a T20 game, if you get the ball to swing, you're in business.
Yeah, damn right. And there's a slip in place for the one that goes straight on with the arm. That's a good stop. That's a great stop, actually. You know, that went really quick, and of course the field is blinded by, look at them all around him. They got a buzz going, these guys.
Yeah, Arif Yaqub, that must feel good because he is in the game early. The leg spinner drafted into the side. The ball swings back in. This Pepsi power play, first 3 deliveries there's been swing. And if you do a good stop, makes you feel good. He still has to bowl as Arif Yaqub. Right now, it's Luke Wood swinging the ball.
Oh, unlucky. That is a killer way to get 4 runs for the bowler. Done him for pace, bounce, movement, and concedes 4.
Have to suck this up as a bowler and just accept that sometimes this will happen. It's not a bad delivery. He's trying to cut it just a little bit too tight for him, bottom edge over the keeper. Wood has started well, what he does and has done for a period of time now in franchise cricket.
Made the move in England from Nottinghamshire up to Lancashire. He's got a bit of pace and the ability, as you've seen, to bring the ball back.
Slip's come out and gone to another short mid-wicket. They've got 2 of them there. Yeah, Dominic Cork's right. He's trying to cut from a bit close to his body.
BYD leads the world in new energy vehicles, and the PSL leads the game in talent. BYD is giving away BYD seal as prize of the player of the tournament, so stay tuned.
Quality from Bazid Khan. 7 from the first 5 balls. Last ball of the first over. Bowled. Excellent first over to match David Willey earlier in the day. 7 for no wicket. Osman, Ghulam, Turner, Iftikhar. Willie, good ball striker too. They can all hit it, and they're going to have to. It's going to be a sight to behold if they get anywhere near here. And that's actually what the tournament needs at the moment, as a thriller. Zari Joseph, highly skillful, speedy West Indian new ball bowler, has done well
not only for his country but played or plays for the Joburg Super Kings. Hello.
I've seen this before, wristbands being taken off.
Curtly.
Dean Jones didn't work out that well.
No, he warmed up Curtly, didn't he, just with the comment.
Well, it's yellow, isn't it? Not the same colour as his top and his trousers. Seriously, you batters. And I've got 2 either side of me. Oh my goodness.
You think it's the batters, not the umpire?
It's the batter. 1 ear, 1 ear. Ridiculous.
Maybe it's just the watch shining at the batter. Yeah, but yellow on yellow. Strange. Pepsi power play so far. Yeah, there we go. Alzari. Doesn't take much to fire him up.
Well, he's just said to Aleem Dar, it's yellow. He's got a yellow on one side and a yellow on the other side. Anyway, let's have a good game.
And just keep an eye on the pace. Starts off with 134. Now he's pumped up.
Yeah, The Hanif Mohammed cap is given to the player who gets the most runs in the tournament. The Faisal Mahmood cap is given to the highest wicket taker, and their homes then get powered by Inverex solar energy. Lucky them, subject to terms and conditions, of course.
Bazid needs a bit of help with his solar energy. The big golf balls of hail smashed it the other day in his home. He's Inverex. If you're out there and listening, Bazid needs help.
Oh, that's a biggie. Absolutely massive. Oh. And that is so Rizwan, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, slog swept that over mid-wicket. Zaris Joseph has bowled at 140 clicks. And he's got down on one knee and smashed it out of the park.
I'm going to have to say this, on the back of his 100, on the back of some huge shots from James Vince, that to me is shot of the tournament up to now. Shot of the tournament. To hit it that well against Zari Joseph. We've got lots more games, and it's only my opinion. Shot of the tournament so far.
Oh, he's all right. He's okay. Well, it certainly is. I'd like to measure sixes because it went a proper distance. I mean, it's gone halfway back into the bleachers. They got to be 30 yards from the boundary's edge. Then you've got the steep incline up to where it landed. Nobody will know the threat of Mohammad Rizwan better than Babar Azam. They've spent a lot of time at the wicket together in Pakistan colours. Oh, this is not easy. Somebody, wait, everybody. What are you doing? Whoa, somebody has to call. It has to belong, that catch. And nobody could make sure it did.
Arif Yaqub was at third. It's a huge outside edge. It's gone high into the night sky. Mohammad Arif is sprinting back the wrong way around. He doesn't get a hand on it. He's livid. But maybe he should have left it to Arif Yaqub.
Well, don't you leave it to the guy with the gloves? Don't you all get out of the way? I think he'd have caught it easy. Two gone, not without incident. 18 for no wicket.
Yeah, could have been really bad with the accident, but he's run a long way. He's almost run almost to the fence as Mohammad Arif.
I think once Harris gets there, I think third, Yaqub should have just let him do it. I don't think he puts him off. I think he's just got to accept he's dropped it. Mohamed Harris.
What? Of course he puts him off. It's right in his peripheral.
Come on, just watch the ball in your hands, Mark.
You're thinking about the collision and the crushed skull. Oh, first poor ball and he gets away with it. Just a tad wide. The margins are so small. You get tempted. You see a couple swinging. You want to hang one out there and see if it dips back. Have a look at Wood's start. A little late swing on a great length. Hammering that length too. Excellent.
And someone who he's working with at the moment, who he knows from Lancashire and the Manchester Originals, Glenn Chappell, although he's not there now, but his coach, I should say bowling coach, quick single of the Zalmi. Should be fine. Absolutely fine. Rizwan will start limping now, and I can tell you, he'll have a limp.
TV umpire to director. We have umpire review for run out at the non-striker's end. Can I see the side on angle for this, please? Bat grounded before the bail's off. Satisfied, ready to make my decision for the big screen.
quite know how Mohammad Rizwan hurt himself. There's the Glenn Chappell talking about.
Yep, nicknamed BBC, Britain's best cricketer, formerly of Lancashire, captain.
Well, give us the yarn then with
well,
Britain's
it
best
didn't
cricketer.
really. We just nicknamed him BBC, Britain's best cricketer. But he works really well. He's head coach of Lancashire for a long time. He now does a lot of bowling coaching roles within the franchise game. I think he's up with the Northern Superchargers with Andrew Flintoff. He works hard. He's a standing cricketer. He's got a very good record.
Oh no. So that's twice now that the ball has gone under edge from Luke Wood. Very unlucky. Attempted cuts, beaten for pace, and both have gone for 4. One past the keeper and one really the fielder must take the blame for.
Yeah, the young man at third, Ali Raza. A bit of a bounce, but you need to stop those.
Oh, it's a cruel bounce. He's running left and the bounce is hard right. No, Luke, no. It's going down the leg side, pitched outside leg stump too.
Yeah, Babar just asking the wicket keeper. I think Luke Wood, I think he knows really. Still looking to make that.
The problem for you bowlers here is taking the emotion out of it, isn't it? You charge in and you put so much into attempting to take wickets, and your energy there is driven by emotion.
Would it be worse if you were captain as well and the bowler? That would be worse.
I think there should be far greater study of umpires, actually.
J. Super over. You need to hit the stumps like that. Once you hit the stumps, you get a superb gift hamper.
Oh, what a one-handed shot that is. Caribbean all the way from Shea Hope. And the end of the over, 27 for none.
Yeah, on top of the bounce, almost cramped for room, but the bat flow was such that he located the middle of the bat. He's gone to the fence. Maybe that is the kickstart that Shea Hope needs. It's a good delivery, but this is T20 cricket. Top quality batting.
It's an interesting point, isn't it, about T20 cricket, that sometimes good deliveries, particularly with so many shots hitting the balls at the top of its bounce now, so many good deliveries travel. Oh, extraordinary to think that Peshawar got the runs they got. I'm still reeling from that onslaught. 227 for 7 after a miserable start. Okay, Saim Ayub. Oh, and he's going to get a wicket straight away. It's a horrible shot. Horrible. Oh, Mohammad Rizwan. I think he'll be nothing but furious with himself.
Going for that slog sweep again. Saim Ayub does bowl that carom ball. And it was a little leg spin, a little carom ball. And he's going against the spin. That's why the top edge. Safe hands. Accepts that. Saim Ayub didn't get any runs, but straight away with the ball gets the wicket. Rizwan 15, Multan 27 for 1.
he's trying to go leg side, and because it's that carom ball, he just top edges it straight to Luke Wood. Needed a wicket. They should have had 2 wickets. They've had 2 opportunities. Smile on the face, right teeth.
Usman Khan, lovely natural talent. One of the few who can really play off the back foot as well as the front foot in the modern age of ball striking. So many come at the ball with cleared left sides, but he can score off orthodox and unorthodox. Excellent ball, by the way, from Saim Ayub. That really was classy. Sort of a ball that Sunil Narine has bowled a lot in franchise cricket when people are looking to get after him. Carom ball. Great skill in that. Slip in place now. Time for the fans to enjoy cricket with Pakistan's own Tapal at the Tapal Tea Lounge, the #1 tea brand of Pakistan. Oh, hello, that's disappeared, I'll tell you. Gonna have 6 for that, sir.
Keep adding those 6s up. 18 in the game so far. 2 in the Pepsi power play. Bazid, if you bowl a poor ball, you're out of Pindi.
Usman Khan, very good against spin. He's very quick to pounce on anything full or short. Especially good off the back foot against spin.
Good examples of his footwork actually there, that sort of pouncing back. The rate's good. They're going at 9s. They require just over 11. Well, actually nearer 12 now. But lovely. How about that? Makes it look very easy, this guy. Easy on the eye. 39 for 1.
Babar took himself out of extra cover and went to a catcher quite straight and left a big gap between him and extra cover. Look at the gap between those two. Still a decent shot.
Oh, look at him, he's amazed by it. The joy of being here and seeing this stuff. You're just a kid and you're finding heroes wherever you turn. You come to the big games and they live with you. And you grow up wanting more and more, and it's you that starts to drive the parents and says, come on, we're going to the cricket. Luke Wood again. Use Jazz Cash to recharge more and more load or packages of Jazz or any other network, and guess what? You get to win an electric SUV. Nice. How about that? Oh, well, we've seen a lot of good shots today, but nothing quite as grand and elegant and dismissive as that.
Just let the ball come in and hammer it through the offside. That is as good a cover drive as you'll see in this HBL PSL 10.
I was talking about how often in T20 cricket the ball is hit at the top of the ball's bounce, particularly on true surfaces. And really, you bowl a a length now with any width. I mean, just margin, small margin of width, and you'll almost certainly be hammered, because the players effectively are using some of the pace of the ball. Even there, 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈 just had the blade open enough to find the slightly squarer gap. He didn't knock it to mid-off, he thrashed it through extra cover, squarish extra cover. That's a quick ball, that's a great catch as well! What about it? Oh, well, hang on, umpire Chris Brown thinks nothing of it, and neither does 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈. But Osman could be a worried man here, because Babar Azam has reviewed this.
TV umpire to director, we have a play review for caught behind. On-field scene is not out. I have checked the feet, it's a fair delivery. Let's start with the front one, please. Or close the gloves. Let's confirm with the ultra, please. Let's keep rolling. Flat line, flat line. Roll it back, please. One more time, please, for me. Let's now roll forward. There's flat line and also a gap between ball and gloves. Satisfied? No gloves involved. Chris, you can stay with your original decision. Stand by. You're on screen now.
Oh, what a brilliant piece of umpiring by Chris Brown. Nailed it. What a brilliant save by Mohamed Harris behind the stumps, by the way. Definite four-leg buys otherwise. But no wicket. Very good bouncer from Luke Wood, quick, accurate. What have we got here? We've got a short third man, really deep sort of fifth slip, and quite a backwards square sort of third man type of thing, and one back on the hook just behind square on the leg side. Don't pick up a couple. Luke's really bowling with a bit of zip. That ball just bowled 140 plus.
Yeah, teams do attack Usman Khan with the short ball. It's a terrific take.
And we're just showing this replay now, and both Luke Wood and Babar Azam have gone to Chris Brown and said, square leg has given that, which is Aleem Dar, one for the over. And before he bowled that next ball, he said, how can you give that one for the over? Because the plan is, against Usman Khan, guess what? Bumpers.
We'll back it up, somebody. They do. Well done. That was not easy, particularly as Luke Wood was down there as well and probably blinding the other guy. Anyway, 5 gone, 45 for 1.
Alzari Joseph to bowl his second over. And the dirty heave-ho works.
Well, it's a very good beginning for Multan Sultans, chasing a member total of 222. And Usman has been busy. He's prepared to take few chances and he's been rewarded. Pressure on the bowler with the first delivery.
It's the last over of the Pepsi power play. Now this one's timed even better. And that's why it goes all the way. 50 up for the Sultans.
The way he sets up Usman, this is the ideal length. Oh boy, doesn't he accept that one gleefully? Onto it quickly, and the ball kept going flat over the boundary line.
Each time a player hits a 6, KFC will award a scholarship to a deserving student via the KFC scholarship program. And another one. Where does he go to now? Now that is clever. The last one was brute force. This one was the cricket smarts coming out in Usman.
First couple of shots, they were he-who, but this time around had to wait on that delivery and delicately place into the gap. Oh, the pressure is ramped up. And the young fast bowler, Alzari Joseph, already he has conceded 14 runs from first 3 deliveries.
Ideally, Multan Sultans would love overs of 24 and 25 something that they leaked along the way. This one's up there, 15, with still 2 deliveries to go.
They will come. They will definitely come. If these two keep on batting the way they have so far. How about that stroke Shea Hopes executed in the previous over? That extra cover drive. Wow.
He's just a classical batsman, isn't he? You were talking about it in the last innings that no.
The last ball of Pepsi power play coming up. Daly want to bowl this one on the right length, a dot delivery. That was a well-directed bouncer. He's asking the umpire. Wicketkeeper is not interested. So was the umpire. Brings an end to Pepsi power play. It's 61 for 1.
Oh, the Pepsi power play. The skipper, Mohammad Rizwan, went around to search for a good start. Some mishits. Oh dear, an opportunity put down. And then this one from Mohammad Rizwan, looking to go for the boundary. Luke Wood's not going to drop that. That was the cover drive that you really loved. And then Usman Khan getting into his work. So 61 for 1 out of the power play. And then all of a sudden the field does spread. Arif Yaqub, the leg spinner. So remember what Dominic Cork and Buzzard Khan said, take pace off, let the ball turn. Doesn't have to be every delivery. Shouldn't be every delivery.
And he does spin the ball. That doesn't give a lot of flight to the ball. Likes to bowl with a lower trajectory. Yaqub.
शाबाश यही करते रहो चालाकियां नहीं करनी
You can see the nice seam release as well, doesn't it? So it's going to help with maybe drift and flight and drop. Crowd selfie moment. And it's time for the VigoTel smartphone. Thumbs up all round.
Well, this is a crucial moment. Usman on strike against the leg spinner. Sensible. Hits the ball into the gap.
All of a sudden, the first over outside of the power play, just the 2 runs coming from it. 2 dots, 2 singles. Take the pace off, ask the batters to generate the power. And because the ball is moving sideways as well, they've got to make sure they're at the pitch of the ball. Slap straight down the ground, but Mitch Owen's out. He's a tall Tasmanian, a tall timber. And it's hit straight down his throat.
That's what you get when you have a wrist spinner in your lineup. He'll pick your wickets at the right time. He's been bowling with flatter trajectory this time around. A bit of flight, changed the length also, and the result was sweeter for the bowler. In his first over, managed to pick up a wicket of Shehu, who scored 20. It's 63 for 2.
Yeah, look at that seam. Pointing beautifully to first or second slip. Mitch Owen, yeah, he had eyes on the prize the whole time. Oh no. Yep, cover your eyes if you're a Multan Sultan fan. Kamran Ghulam, powerful hitter as well. He's got a bit of a platform to be able to go, but Babar Azam has been quite attacking. First slip in place. What a wonderful over. A wicket and 3 runs coming off it. It's 64 for 2. Again, that last phase for Multan Sultans, 83 for 2. You cannot be leaking that many runs. And asking a lot of your batters to be able to chase down a total. Ali Raza, just the 1 wicket so far, early on in his career. Came through the under-19 setup. A lot of commentators loved what he was able to do in that competition.
He went for plenty in his first couple of outings in this HBL PSL. But I'm so happy for this young lad. He's getting another gig. That's how you develop players. You do not desert them. Well, they've been itching to get a couple of points to be on the table. Peshawar Zalmi does have a chance here.
He's tall, he's lanky, he's aggressive. Just made his first class debut this summer. So a lot of things have come in quick succession for him.
That should be the case with the fast bowlers, don't you think? Yes, when it comes to the batters and spinners, they take a bit of time to progress and develop. But you have to have the fast bowlers thrown to the deep end quite quickly to learn their craft.
Wow, what a classical cover drive. First boundary in 2 overs as well, much needed by Multan Sultans.
Well, these kind of strokes are not glorified that much in this format. But these kind of strokes, they have plenty of room even in T20. Was a delightful stroke from Kamran Ghulam.
And now back of the length, but he hasn't cleared. Alzari Joseph. Multan Sultans are finding the tall fielders of Zalmi.
Did he fattened the batter by conceding that boundary, and he slaughtered him after that. Just pulled the land back enough to induce a false stroke and a good catch. Eyes peeled on the ball and took it quite comfortably. And look at the jubilation. He deserved that to gain some confidence to compete well. 6 was the contribution from Kamran, Multan, and a spot of bother with 70 for 3.
Ali Raza just learning from the previous delivery. Didn't get the elevation that he was looking for. And Alzari Joseph, he was a little bit too far in and nearly got himself into a difficult situation in the end. He gobbled it up, thankfully for Zalmi fans. Michael Bracewell has already had a 44 not out off 17 deliveries in the first game against the Karachi Kings. The New Zealand international, they need him and they need that strike rate of 222.
He's a handy man.
Ooh, nicely across the left-hander. And what, a second or third slip there waiting in TKC.
Yeah, spring in the feet of the young fast bowler. He's bending the back, he's getting the ball to zip an angle away.
Yeah, there's still a place for fast bowling, right? Going, beating the outside edge. Still excites the crowd. It's not always about the batters. As this one's carved through the offside just for a single. Bracewell is away. A wicket off that over. It's 71 for 3. Couple of starts there. Peshawar Zalmi were 91 for 3. Just gives you an idea. 20 runs shy. Multan Sultans. Scan the QR code and download the Galutlo app and enter into the lucky draw and get a chance to win a motorcycle at every match game. Obviously, terms and conditions apply. Got to be in it to win it. Slapped hard. It didn't have the elevation, but it didn't need it. It was hit so powerfully.
Throughout this HBL PSL, we haven't seen Usman driving the ball through covers or straight down the track. He's been reliant on the back foot. He's been hitting the ball with a flatter bat. Not the right length. Not the right length to him.
Here's another opportunity, and just short of Mitch Owen. He hesitated at the start. It was almost like he didn't pick it up. Very hard to do when it's that flat.
Now this time around, it wasn't that sharp, and hence an opportunity created. Didn't carry to the fielder, who made a valiant effort, but in vain. But a good result for the Sultans.
Is he brave enough to go outside off? Toss it up, a little bit like Bracewell did to them, because he is getting that sideways movement. As Usman Khan is thinking straight and leg side. Oh, well bowled. Shouldn't get a run for that.
That was awkward. Very awkward for the batter, Usman. He was sitting on the back foot. The ball was pitched up. Well, wasn't in control. That's where he should be. Swept. Will find a fielder, only a single. Another good over from the leggy. It's 84 for 3.
Those 2 yellow dots, the line is going in an upward trajectory. That's a good sign. It's got to meet the green one, but just see at the back end from that 16th over mark how quickly the green line accelerates up over that 200 mark. That was the killer punch. So they've got to try and find a way to get ahead of the green. Ali Raza to continue after picking up a wicket. That last over goes short and taken. Wow, that extra pace beat Michael Bracewell, and he just popped it up straight to the bowler.
Well, when the batters are impelled to take few chances, well, the bowlers will have the opportunities to pick them up. And this is the second time in this over, or in this game, and the youngster has prevailed. It was wicket number 2 for him. The first over, it was the right-hander. Now the left-hander. It's 84 for 4.
Kilometres an hour. Bracewell's a little bit too late, hit high on the bat. Very hard as you're following through, as you catapult your body through the crease to then be able to pick up the batter and then the ball flying towards you. You did exceptionally well. Ashton Turner. He's played a handful of games for the Australian side. Comes from Perth. Captain of the Perth Scorchers as well. The last 15 deliveries. 21 runs for 3 wickets. What a change around. Bowled him! This is an amazing effort from the youngster. Talk about learning from some of the best. He's got 3 for 7 now and on a hat-trick.
Oh, he certainly has his tender up. He's bending his back. He's getting the ball to zip through. He's beating the batters with the pace. Too late on that stroke. He's been cleaned up. And great reactions from the youngster. In strife, Multan Sultans, 84 for 5 now.
Well, the fans are up and about. Flags being waved. Ali Raza on a hat-trick. Just take a look at the footwork, or should I say lack of footwork from Ashton Turner. 146 kilometres an hour that delivery came. Absolutely beat him for pace. Perfect delivery to bowl. Top of off stump. Yeah, you can stare. I've got no issues with that. Iftikhar Ahmed. God, wealth of experience. Wonder how many times he's been out there for a hat-trick delivery. Oh, leg slip in place as well. Plus second slip. Leg slip and second slip in place. Hat-trick delivery, here we go. Oh, and he just comes out to meet the bowler.
Yeah, the fast bowling is not all about brawn. It's about brains as well. And one must admit, this guy has got both. He's got pace and he's intelligent as well.
Hey, you mentioned, Amir, about these young cricketers getting exposed, under 19s, and I actually think there's something to do with, from a bowling point of view, it's the unknown factor. There's not a lot of vision of this guy, is there? Until you face him, you won't know. So he's got a bit of an X factor, even though he's so young.
You know, the reason why in this game he's making a huge difference. In the first 2 outings, he was used as a defensive option. Today, he's been used as an attacking option. And look at the way he is reacting to it. He feels at home. He's been given the right kind of field placing as well. And this is the kind of encouragement these youngsters need from the management and the captain. Use them to their potential.
Yeah, you saw the figures up there. None for 45 off 3 in the last one. These are the 2 wickets. First, Michael Bracewell. Good sharp catch, very hard, and then perfect delivery. Cut back off the seam, hit the top of off stump. He couldn't ask for anything better. Slashed nicely, a little bit of work out in the deep to be done. But done nicely. Well, Ali Raza is looking good out in the middle. You've got to look your best as well this HBL PSL, as the J. is rewarding the best dressed spectator at every game with a luxurious J. gift hamper. Looks lovely in blue. Let's hope she's not going for the Multan Sultans. She's in blue. They're a little bit in strife, but Usman Khan's still there. 42 off 18 deliveries. A good tennis smash for 1. We're bringing all sports here in the middle. 88 for 5.
like the look of leggy Yaqub because he spins the ball, and I'm a big fan of a spinner spinning the ball. Shorter in length. I think what he has to do is to improve his fitness just a little bit because he missed most of the season because of fitness issues. Where Pakistan are in desperate need to find a spinner in white ball cricket, in test cricket also. Even though playing at home with the spin that we had was pretty efficient, pretty good. But on overseas trips, you need a spinner that can spin the ball. He's got a lovely action and keeps it simple also, Corky.
Yeah, he looks like he's got good rhythm. He attacks the crease, a little bit of loop, good pace as well on this surface, just around about 82 kilometers per hour.
Oh, almost a catch. I mean, you look at other things also, temperament, you know, can he handle a bit of bashing? What happens to his DNA when he's been attacked? But so far, so good. And this is a good pitch for him to spin the ball, to bowl.
And up against a player here in Usman Khan, who normally plays spin well.
That's going to be out. That should be out. It's taken. Going against the spin, and he's taken a big scalp here. Usman Khan, Corky was just mentioning how good and efficient he is against spin. That ball had to be managed properly of the middle of the blade. It missed the middle, but found the middle palm of the fielder.
Look at the speed, look how he's gone wide, he's thought about it, they've talked about it as a team. Round about 82 kilometers per hour. Just got enough turn. Usman Khan's innings comes to an end, 44 from 22. The Multan Sultans in trouble, 90 for 6.
Yeah, took a lot of risk because he had to go big against the spin. Well caught by Saim Ayub. Is a terrific catcher there that had to be middled because he's looking for a 6.
सिंगल पे तगड़ा तगड़ा जो भी करना है तगड़ा शाबाश
End of the 11th, 91 for 6. Multan Sultans' progress has been iffy to say the least. They've lost wickets, lost momentum, and they need 137 from just 54 balls. The required rate has jumped to over 15. And this young kid has bowled well. Pretty impressive stuff. 3 for 11 off 2. 5 dots. He's got a lovely bowling action. He's got good temperament. And he'll improve. He's got speed, pace. Nice action. All right, Zainab Abbas awaits us for HBL PSL Hamara Hero, powered by HBL Appliances.
उबैदुल्लाह खान मेरे साथ मौजूद हैं जो कि स्ट्रीट फुटबॉल खेलते हैं और ऑल्सो नेशनल टीम अंडर 16 अंडर 17 का भी हिस्सा ले चुके हैं। ये मुझे बताएं कि उबैदुल्लाह जहाँ से आपने शुरुआत की फुटबॉल की, डिफेंडर की पोजीशन पे आप खेलते हैं, कैसे ये पैशन कैसे डेवलप हुआ, अर्ली डेज़ के बारे में बताएं।
जी बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, मेरा नाम उबैदुल्ला खान है और मैं बचपन से ही फ़ुटबॉल खेलता रहा। मेरे वालिद साहब भी फ़ुटबॉलर है एक, फिर उसी तरह मेरे जो बड़े भाई हैं वो भी फ़ुटबॉल खेलते रहे। फिर 2021 में सरगोदा में जो हमारे साथ इलाका है उधर मुस्लिम हैंड के ट्रायल हुए थे 2021 में, तो वहाँ में मैं 150 लड़कों में से मैं अकेला
सॉरी, आपको रोकना पड़ेगा बिकॉज एक विकेट गिर गई है, एक और विकेट मुल्तान सुल्तान इज बैक टू द कमेंट्री बॉक्स।
Iftikhar wanted a 6, didn't middle it, and it's a valuable wicket because he can absolutely be brutal on the day.
Look at the pace, Rami. He's 145 kilometers an hour, so pushing Iftikhar all the way, doesn't get enough of it, and it's a top edge. Out to Abdul Samad, who's had a decent day. Iftikhar comes and goes. Gone for 2. Multan, 92 for 7.
Yeah, pacey delivery. He got cramped just a little bit. It's a fine running catch. Samad is a good fielder. Eye on the ball, as they say. And so 4th for Ali Raza, 4 for 12. What a night he's having. Just 17 years old and making a strong statement tonight.
And we talked about it, didn't we, at the beginning of the tournament. Young, up-and-coming players who make themselves a hero within that franchise. That's not a bad start either. Pace on 140, and like you said, let's go back down to Zainab for the HBL PSL Hamari Hero, powered by HBL Appliances.
जी उबैदुल्ला बता रहे थे अपनी फैमिली के बारे में, किस तरह से उनका इंटरेस्ट डेवलप हुआ। तो उबैदुल्ला, गोल्डन बूट भी जो है आपको मिल चुका हुआ है, उसकी क्या स्टोरी?
जी तो अभी जो रमज़ान गोल्ड कप हुआ था 2025 में कराची में, तो वहाँ पूरे टूर्नामेंट में मुझे गोल्ड जो है बूट मिला, गोल्डन बूट, और बहुत ही अच्छा टूर्नामेंट रहा, बहुत ही अच्छा रिजल्ट रहा।
अच्छा, ये बताएं कि आपने बताया कि किस तरह से आपकी फैमिली में फुटबॉल का इंटरेस्ट था, तो क्या उन टिप्स वगैरह आपको क्या जब आपने सीखी शुरुआत जब आपने की, तो आपको अपने फादर से वगैरह से क्या इनपुट मिली फुटबॉल के बारे में?
जी मेरे वालिद साहब भी एक अच्छे प्लेयर थे, तो उनसे भी बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिल रहा था। इसी तरह जब मैं मुस्लिम हैंड में 2021 में, तो वहाँ मुस्लिम हैंड की अपनी एकेडमी है, सर रशीद साहब उनको हेड कोच हैं उनके, तो उन्होंने भी मेरे साथ बहुत मेहनत की है और मुझे बहुत सिखाया सर रशीद साहब ने।
अच्छा, फुटबॉल का कितना स्कोप है पाकिस्तान में? क्योंकि अब जो हम आजकल की नई जनरेशन देखते हैं, इतना नज़र आता है, एटलीस्ट मेरे बेटे जो है उसको बहुत शौक है फुटबॉल का, तो क्या स्कोप नज़र आता है?
जी मुश्किलात तो है, यानी कि बहुत मुश्किलात है फुटबॉलरों के लिए, लेकिन अभी जो फेडरेशन है वो बहाल हो चुका है। कई मैच हमारी जो सीनियर टीम है पाकिस्तान वाली, वो कई मैच बाहर जाके खेलती है सऊदी अरब, और यहाँ आके सऊदी अरब बाहर की टीमें आती है, तो इंशाल्लाह उम्मीद है कि बेहतर हो जाएगा।
चलें, थैंक यू सो मच। प्लीज़ ये साइन करें टी शर्ट, आपका इंटरेस्ट, आपका पैशन, आई होप कि इसी तरह लाइव रहे और आप पाकिस्तान का नाम और रोशन करें। थैंक यू सो मच।
$93 for the loss of 7, and well, in a way this was expected. This run chase could have gone pear-shaped, and it has. After 12, 93 for 7. Well, he's had a good time, Babar Azam. At long last, something has worked for Babar Azam. And this may just give him a bit of lift when he goes out there to bat also. 95 for 7, Multan Sultans been grilled here. Free hit for fans, win a house contest, match 8 winner, Husna Khalid. Congrats. Well, they've appealed. Is it off the glove? Umpire is unmoved. Babar Azam is a little puzzled. Well, he's gone for it.
TV umpire to director. We have a play review for caught behind. On-field the scene was not out. I have checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Start to the front on, please. Ball is close to the gloves. Let's confirm with the ultra edge, please. Gap between bat and ball and gloves. Roll it back for one more time, please. Now roll forward. Gap between gloves and the ball. Okay, I can see there is a gap between gloves and the ball. Satisfied? Chris, you can stay with your original decision. Stand by. You are on screen now.
Yeah, it's a not out. Half-hearted appeal there by Zalmi, prompted by the keeper.
There's a couple of things that have gone well for Zalmi. Babar winning the toss, them getting a big score. One thing that hasn't gone well is Mohammed Harris going for the reviews. Don't listen to him, Babar. Now then, he's got the wicket into the surface. 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇. This one just sits up. Simple catch.
Yeah, I mean, he's bowled extremely well. He's got the ball to spin, and we know that a leg spinner can be deadly dangerous against the tail enders. Just scooped it to short cover Osama Mir, and an easy catch for Samad. And 𝐄𝐍𝐆𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐇 has picked up his third. Mir could only get one, and the script goes further pear-shaped for Multan Sultans. 95 for 8. Yeah, attempted wrong gun, which turned out to be more a top spinner than a ball coming back into the stumps. A satisfying day for Babar Azam as a skipper. Tries another wrong gun, this time a lot better. 95 for 8. A lot of Peshawar Zalmi fans are still out here waiting for Zalmi's win. Just 2 strikes away from earning a well-deserved win. They richly deserve this. That's put away into the gap for 4. A little shorter in length, and Willie was on top of that.
Yeah, just opens up his stance. Top of the bounce. Just about to say about Ali Raza and his figures at the time for 4 for 14. Best ever in HBL PSL. Ravi Bopara 6 for 16. Well, that's how well he has bowled, the young man. Yes, on the back of defending a total of 228. It's always easier as a bowler. Take nothing away from the young man. 17 years old.
Off here, just lamenting the fact that I haven't seen a lot of young talent in this year's HBL PSL. Well, Ali Raza looks like a real bright kid and a bright spot for Pakistan cricket, because he's got speed at 17. If you could bowl around 146.4 and then have the capacity to slow it up as well and maintain a healthy average, augurs well for Pakistan's fast bowling cover.
And look who he's talking to right now, Babar Azam. Having Mushtaq Ahmed. It's time for the fans at the Tapal Tea Lounge. Pakistan's own brand. Always nice to have just a nice Tapal tea.
You're just about 10 seconds ahead of your time. It'll happen now. That's gone up in the air and falls safely.
Yeah, and just talking about the young man having, as you say, Inzaman there. I was a bit ahead of my time, I know, Tapal tea. I got all excited. Fans enjoying the match with Pakistan's own brand. Some garam garam chai.
Red cups, resplendent red colour.
Like this as well now, going round. The 100 has come up with that couple, but I like the fact that as a young man, this isn't easy to go round the wicket. Takes a lot of experience to be able to do it, and that is good signs that he's happy to give it a go.
And he can bowl that length and that angle also. Yorker at speed 142.1. How difficult is it for a 17-year-old and 𝐄𝐍𝐆 to come round the stumps and bowl well?
Well, it's hard because you're still understanding your action, understanding what your body and how it, it hurts. Bowling does hurt and you get used to it. He's still growing. And he's still getting used to the feeling of actually running in and hitting the ground hard with that left foot, getting momentum, rhythm, then understanding the angles from coming around. So it has to be slightly outside off stump.
Excellent stuff, and he's keeping it simple also. So at this stage of the game, I think it's a good practice for him, even though he can bowl any length, but he's being persistent with that fuller length, that Yorker length. 4 wickets for the 17-year-old. Lovely action, good pace, and hitting the stumps, bowling straight lines, and this was around 145 clicks that Iftikhar couldn't handle.
And has a chance to get 5 wickets and be the best bowling figures this season. I've told you what the best figures are of all time, 6 for 16. Ravi Bopara, and if he doesn't concede a single this ball, sorry, a 6 this ball, it will be the best, beating Jason Holder on this ground, and the chance of a fifer.
Yeah. The reason why a slip has been installed is because they want him to pick up the 5th. This is aggressive stuff from the right-hander. Bowls well, bowls straight. Tremendous bowling spell from the 17-year-old. High point in this innings from Zalmi. 4 for 21. He ends up with 102 for 8. 4 for 21 for Ali Raza Yaqub, 4 overs, 3 for 20. Pretty impressive stuff from Yaqub as well. Never easy to have been benched and then certainly been asked to come and bowl with that accuracy. If you're a leg spinner, that is tremendous. What Ali Raza needs to do is to maybe improve his fielding, especially in the deep. And as a 17-year-old, obviously you're still learning, but he shouldn't be afraid attacking the ball. And the other good thing about him is that he's got a calm demeanor. He's got a smile on his face. This has been a big day for him and for Pakistan cricket in a way. Just got to maintain fitness. Corky at 17, if you bowl at 145 clicks, and he puts a lot of stress on his back. He's got a lovely bowling action, but they've got to look after him.
That's one thing I was just about to say, look after him. Work on his core stability, work on his strength. Not talking about lifting big weights in gyms. Just get him fit. Make sure that you look after him. He's a product. See so many young players that come in and bowl well, and then PCB and HBL PSL in partnership with Exchange On, donating for humanity, world's first arbitrage crypto exchange. Yeah, we saw it a little bit with Ehsanullah. I know he's not as young. Pace bowler who got an injury and then he struggled to get back.
I mean, that's a very nice straight drive, and Wood does well. Sliding across, saving a 4.
Going back to years before, you think how good and how fit someone like Waqar Younis and Wasim Akram must have been to bowl in the 2 formats that they bowled in throughout their career. It just showed that they must have worked hard on their fitness, and that's why these young players need to do it.
But even Waqar Younis broke down. He was supposed to be part of our 92 World Cup campaign. He was, what, about 18 or 19. He broke his back. Had massive little fractures. Couldn't make it to the World Cup team squad. Jazz Fan Pulse Super Daily winners for you. Number 1 nil. Abdul Subhan wins it. A nil wins. Quick, fast, followed him.
And I think that's one thing you've got to understand when you're bowling at this pace. You're going to get injuries, and you've just got to accept that. It's the same as batters. You're going to get broken fingers, you're going to get hit sometimes. You've just got to accept it. It is part and parcel of the game, but as long as you give yourself the best opportunity, as in with working on your fitness, working on your technique, and the rest should look after itself. You may be unlucky and get the odd injury here and there. Work hard on your game. It's a great sport to be involved in.
Beats him with a slow one after bowling a seriously pacey bouncer. 105 for 8. Multan Sultans struggling, to say the least. And it's time for a Tapal T strategic timeout.
105 for 8, which is a terrible disappointment for everybody. We thought we might have a game here. The pitch had played well, but in the end, scoreboard pressure, that 227 for 7, that seemed almost impossible when the score was 3 overs gone and it was about 7 for 2 or 3 or something. So there it is. I mean, it's a staggering margin of victory given what we saw in the first 20 minutes of play. Anyway, it's still 5 overs, not over yet. David Willey's out there with 12 to his name. Ubaid has just a couple. And now Mitch Owen with his tall, bouncy, very medium paces, I have to say. He's no quicker than medium. Good time to give him an outing. He bowled a little bit in the Big Bash and a little bit in South Africa in the SA20, but really precious little.
Yeah, certainly not known for his bowling prowess. But you're starting to find a lot of players trying to add another string to their bow, aren't they? Especially if they want to be gun for hires around the world. Well, what else can you bring? Got to be an excellent fielder, that goes without saying. But if you can bat or bowl as well, helps.
Well, it's a nice time to bowl because you hope to pick up wickets. Not quite on this occasion, as the batsmen are optionless, but to throw the thing at the ball and hope. Very relieved, Babar Azam, himself struggling with the bat, but to see his team play so convincingly this evening must be a huge relief. The concern is that the two who have so dominated at the top of the order, that's Babar and Saeem, have failed to do so in these matches. Well, that's what I'm talking about. There you go. Lovely time to bowl.
Yeah, you're right. You expect the lower order just to play their shots and see how close they can actually get. So David Willey, having been there for 13 deliveries, thought, okay, here's my opportunity. This is a part-time bowler. That was a leg cutter. So he's showing us that he's got a few little skills as well, and variations. Good catch by David Willey. Yeah, happy man. Picks up his first wicket in the PSL. Multan Sultans, they slump to 107 for 9.
Luke Wood, the man out there, he's taken a couple. The catching in the deep's been very good. Mitchell Owen himself has pounched 1 or 2, and they just suddenly look confident. It is amazing how you get on a bit of a roll in the game, dominate it. They were very buzzy at the start of their spell of fielding. The first sort of couple of overs when not a lot happened. Bowling was tidy, but the fielding was brilliant. Running at each other to congratulate each other and just create a sort of an energy and intensity that perhaps they felt they'd been missing. 3 to Yaqub with his leg breaks, 4 to Ali Raza, that young talent you've been hearing about, just 17 years old. So they've all done their bit. It's been very much a team effort with the bat as well. Nobody went big, but everybody got around that sort of 40 to 60 mark. It's high, it's not easy, this at all. Oh, I say, that is outstanding. Whoa! With another fielder running at him in that peripheral vision. The man who's had a good night, Abdul Samad, with that absolutely brilliant catch. Biggest wins in terms of runs, what? In the history of PSL, the biggest margin of victory in terms of runs in the history of PSL. Wow. 120 is that margin.
Yeah, wonderful effort by the Peshawar Zalmi side. They got the luck of the coin toss, elected to bat, and their batters came out and gave them a wonderful total, but you've still got to do the job with the ball and in the field. And they have been switched on right from the start of this second innings, taking every opportunity that comes their way. Everyone is chipped in, and you can see the relief, the giggle, the laughter. Thank goodness we're off the mark. Now they can really start their campaign.
Yeah, I think, Lisa, I feel a lot worked well, you know, that showed they do have a format to the team. There's been a lot of talk about an odd draft and the fact they had a lot of opening batsmen and they didn't really construct in the draft. And what was the obvious first team? Well, I'd say they're not far from it this evening, and there's a lot of good things come out of tonight.
Well, just the missing piece is the skipper. He'd love some runs, he'd buy some runs, it'd be good. So if he can get going, that might put everyone at ease. And it may be something they explore, potentially, given that there are so many openers, that he potentially just drops down for a couple of games, bats in the middle. I know that's something a little bit left field, but we're starting to see it more and more in T20 cricket.
Yes, it's kind of total cricket, you know, anybody should be able to bat anywhere. Interesting idea. Shea Hope 20. I do think Usman's a good player. 44 he made in 22 balls. But everybody else, really, it's a miserable scorecard, isn't it? With Ali Raza just 17, zipping in, full of youthful enthusiasm and strength. Really quite exciting, actually, to watch him bowl, particularly as he didn't find it that easy in the last match here. He took a bit of a pounding in his first couple of overs, and he had to show a bit of character to come back from that. There are the partnerships, and frankly, they're unbecoming of a gifted side who are struggling for form. Have a look at the Zalmi bowlers. Wood was good with the new ball. Joseph pretty good throughout. 6 dots for him, 8 for Wood. 3 wickets for Yaqub, 4 for Ali Raza, 2 for Mitch Owen, bored on at the end there, 1 for Saim Ayub. And his was a beauty, actually, the Karen ball that spun. Really good ball. A thoroughly entertaining day. Even though the game hasn't been close, the cricket has held our attention. Thanks to that comeback with the bat, the counter-attack led by Mohamed Harris and Tom Kohler-Cadmore, and then everybody chipping in. Samad, brilliant. So too Talat. 2-2-2 for 7, plays 107. A resounding performance. Let's head down to Bazin.
Multan Sultans captain Mohammad Rizwan with me. Rizwan, सबसे शुरू करता हूँ. टॉस कितना इम्पोर्टेंट था?
टॉस पे किया जो कहते हैं कि पिच इस तरह नहीं था, क्योंकि हमने पहले बैटिंग ही करनी थी, मगर बहरहाल उन्होंने जिस तरह रिदम लिया कि अफसर 2 विकेट्स जिस तरह हमें 2 विकेट लिया और मिल गई थी, फिर हारिस ने अटैक किया, फिर प्रॉब्लम में सब ने उनके पास कैडमोर जिसने इनिंग्स थी, वो पार्टनरशिप काफ़ी क्रूशल था वहाँ पे.
प्रेसवेल ने काफ़ी अच्छी बॉलिंग की, लेकिन आपकी बॉलिंग यूनिट ओवरऑल आप कुछ ज़्यादा विकेट नहीं ले सके क्रूशल मौकों पे.
बस बेसिकली जब कैचेस ड्रॉप होते हैं तो आप उसको कह सकते हैं, क्योंकि जब मैच स्पॉट पे जब चांसेस ही दे सकते हैं बॉलर्स, और उसके बाद अगर आप चांसेस अवेल नहीं करें इस कंडीशन में, तो फिर इसी तरह सामना करना पड़ता है चीज़ों का.
अब जाहिर है टूर्नामेंट तो शुरू है, 3 मैच अब आप हार गए हैं, कब परेशानी कब शुरू होती है इतने मैचेस हारने की?
मजीद भाई बेसिकली जब अल्लाह पाक ने मुझे चैंपियन बनाया था उसने मुल्तान सुल्तान टीम को, और 5 में 4 मैच हार गए थे. तो बहरहाल मुश्किल के बाद आसानी है जो कुरान में से भी है. हम हिम्मत तो नहीं हारे, ये है कि थोड़ी सी चीज़ों को देख रहे हैं कि अब बेस्ट हो सकता है, बेस्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, और उम्मीद है इंशाल्लाह कि जहाँ मिस्टेक अभी चीज़ें कुछ फेवर में नहीं जा रही, कि जिस तरह हमारे शॉट लग के हाथों में जा रहे हैं, उनके गेम में जा रहे हैं सारी टीमों की, मगर हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि इंशाल्लाह कि कब हमारी चीज़ें परफेक्ट